Had the lows. कैसे हो the lows? What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up, chat? What is up? Good the mornings to all of you. Good the mornings. Good the mornings. थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट राइट हो गया. थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट राइट हो गया. उठ गया था लेकिन उठा नहीं ऑन टाइम. थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट राइट हो गया है यार. हाँ, और पहला मैप इतना जल्दी खत्म हो गया ना, तो इसलिए मैं सोचा सेकंड मैच ही कर लेते. कुंभकर्ण में शर्म आता है. 10 बजे सोया हूं मैं भाई. मैंने क्या हागा पता है? मैंने अलार्म डाला था 1 बजे का, ठीक है, लेकिन मैं उसी दिन ईएमई था, शाम को लेटा था करके 1 घंटे के गैप में मैंने 8 बजे का अलार्म डाला था और वो मैंने चेंज नहीं किया. समझ रहे हो? तो थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट राइट हो गया, लेकिन T1 क्वालिफाई हो चुकी है चैम्प्स के लिए. और अभी इनमें से जो जीतेगा, आई थिंक DRX RRQ में से जो भी जीतेगा वो चैम्प्स के लिए क्वालिफाई हो जाएगा, ऐसा कुछ तो है. ठीक है, और PRX तो ऑलरेडी क्वालिफाइड है. चौथा कौन होगा देखना पड़ेगा. विशिंग यू जन्माष्टमी विद एंडलेस ब्लेसिंग. सेम टू यू मेरी जान के टोटे. सेम टू यू. आज बर्थडे टर्न 19 विश कर दो. आर्चिस मैन मेनी मेनी हैप्पी रिटर्न्स ऑफ द डे मेरी जान के टोटे. जेनजी का क्या हालत है? जेनजी का बहुत इफ्स एंड बट्स है. ऐसा है कि आई थिंक नोंगशिम और एक और कोई तो टीम है, वो फाइनल्स तक नहीं आनी चाहिए प्लेऑफ का. नोंगशिम तो चला गया, एक और कोई तो टीम है. और आज DRX को जीतना पड़ेगा अगेंस्ट RRQ. अगर ये सब होता है तो जेनजी क्वालिफाई होती है. What's the big thing you are talking about? Visiting Pacific stream from the venue because you are done last year too. Bro, that is big, bro. That is big. But that's not the only thing. Baki big things will happen in Japan. हेलो बग्स भाई, कैसे आप? सब बढ़िया. सुजन भाई, इंद्रित भाई, थैंक यू फॉर द 2000 मेरी जान के रोटे. गुड मॉर्निंग. हैप्पी बिलेटेड हैप्पी बर्थडे मेरी जान के रोटे. हैप्पी बिलेटेड हैप्पी बर्थडे. हैप्पी जन्माष्टमी. मोर ब्लेसिंग्स एंड सक्सेस टू यू. लव यू. आज प्रीमियर है. आज प्रीमियर है. आज वो है ना, सैटरडे है ना. आज कौन सा डे है आज? या दैट इज बिग बट वॉज क्यूरियस. तो जो लास्ट, कैसे समझो, जो लास्ट स्टेज ऑफ प्लेऑफ्स रहता है ना, वहां पे को स्ट्रीम करना और चैंप्स में जाना, और अगर वहां से हो सकता है को स्ट्रीम करना, तो ये सब बड़ा चीज रहता है. अगले साल तक रोज विश करना बिलेटेड करके. अब डन सीन यार इंद्रजीत भाई. वॉट एवर माई शुगर डैडी सेज. सोने का क्या सीन है भाई? नहीं सो पा रहा हूँ भाई. हाँ, कुछ तो लेफ्ट राइट सीन है. लेकिन कल एक ही दिन है शायद पैसिफिक, उसके बाद आराम है थोड़ा. उसके बाद आराम है. ओ ये एक्सक्यूज मी. हेलो किधर बैंक सबसे बढ़िया. सबसे हार्ड कौन सा VCT होता है? एनए का, क्योंकि वो सुबह तक चलता है 8 बजे. टाइम की वजह से एनए, लेकिन एक्चुअल में एनए का ब्रैकेट्स और ग्रुप्स बहुत क्रेजी है. टीम्स बहुत क्रेजी है. बंस भाई, मैं सोचा क्वेश्चन का ऑफिशियल पोस्टर आया इसलिए अभी वॉच पार्टी सीधा वेन्यू से करोगे. नहीं नहीं, अच्छा ले, अच्छा हुआ सो लिया इस बार में. मैं उठा वही टाइम पे, 1:30 को उठा मैं. 1 के जगह पे नहीं, सॉरी 2 o'clock को उठा मैं. 1 के जगह पे. बस भाई DRX से RRQ किसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हो? इजी फॉर इवॉक बेबी. इजी फॉर इवॉक. हाँ, मोने को सपोर्ट करेंगे बेबी. आगे
SEA, Goats in Talon, maybe potentially PRX. I mean,
Hence
SEA is on top
interview
of this
लेना इतना
bracket.
बड़ा हो गया
Down here
मैं
in the lower bracket, they're the only SEA team that has to beat Korean team after
Camp
Korean
कब से?
team after
October.
Korean team. Actually, it was T1, I forget. Bloody hell, T1, Genji. Now they got to play DRX, and guess what? If they beat DRX, it's T1 again.
That's so crazy. Since the start
मेरे
of
लिए
stage
थोड़ा
2,
ramen
they've
packet
only
लेके आना
played
है,
2
excuse me.
matches, not against Korean teams.
Luffy
And
ramen
that's
खाऊंगा
just
मैं
an insane stat.
No,
But
GE is 3 Korean
oh,
players.
that's true.
Raja Raja Bunks bye. Happy
It's
Krishna
3.5.
Janmashtami.
You can't
Same to
argue
you,
that they're
Akshu
not
bye.
experienced against this Korean style. I think we have to talk about that last game against Genji. Of course, that
Health
massive
एकदम first class
comeback
है,
in
tension
map
नहीं.
2, and you gotta shout out Crazy
September
Guy.
में, I
We were
think finals
hyping him up
October में
all
तो फिर.
yesterday. He had an insane performance, called an insane game, and now he kept their hopes alive. They're looking to convert that. A win today sees them.
क्योंकि
the
कब
championship.
You can see the
27
ACS average,
मेरा
the
chat
heavy
miss
hitters
किधर
that
है?
you need to see.
बस बाद मेरा
Jemkin,
birthday एक बार
Monya,
wish कर दो
both
9
putting up
months
the
of free
performances that were needed for them. They were ever consistent. Crazy Guy
Boomik
was the one
bye,
who had a
many
bit of
many
an
happy
overperformance
returns of the day
yesterday.
मेरी
And
जान.
Xterra, although he's a little bit below his average overall, the main thing to keep in mind there is that map 1 he had an absolute
Indra
stinker.
bhai
He was
देखा
a
आते ही
non-factor
2000
on Haven, but the third map
ये
he
ले.
stepped up and won
ये
the
ले.
map that counted.
And that's the thing, all of these players on the side of RRQ, we say like, oh, okay, there are ups and downs, but remember that Ewok picked these players specifically for that potential to come back, because remember
Jinx
how
bhai,
Jemkin
इतना
once upon a time had 0 kills, and
लगते
Ewok
हो गया
managed to see
सब
him
ठीक
and
है
say,
ना
I
इतना
like that
लगते हो
guy.
गया
And we heard yesterday it was apparently
Yo,
Jemkin
Bunks
who
bye,
was the
hello.
motivator, saying, hey guys, if Secret can do this to us, then we can do this to them.
They were inspired.
तो
They
क्या
were
कब
inspired.
27
Gets me more hyped
Chat
up than
miss?
Jemkin just.
हाँ
I
जी?
think we can win, guys. Like.
इसके पहले
You
ओ
know
यार
that
ने
he's
लिखा था
saying
in his
that,
normal voice.
you
Like,
know,
I can't imagine Jemkin even raising his voice, to be honest. And he's just a monster.
We need a hype Jemkin. One day.
Yeah.
One day on Pacific, we're going to get the most hype Jemkin standing
Maybe.
up
वही
and
तो लिखा था.
screaming and all of this.
Monyet's the one who gets out of his seat.
नमस्ते
The main
Bunks
difference
bye,
here
good
that I'm
morning, good
noticing, we're
morning,
talking about
बोचा
some of the
bye.
training room, the op usage
Atul
between
bhai,
these two
ये हो
teams. We
चुका है
have the
scam मेरे
most
साथ.
utilized
हाँ, ये हो
op
चुका है.
usage on the side of RRQ and one of the highest op usage win rates, and DRX.
ये
I mean, I'm
मैं
surprised
से
about it, but Hyunmin just
कौन
isn't using the
champions
op. The
में
only
fanatic
rap I
है?
can really remember him using it all
Fanatic
really is
है
Icebox.
Yeah,
और
I think this is why we have to shout out Jemkin. That when you look at those operator stats, it's him that
और
shoots.
कौन सा देखना नाम ही याद नहीं रहते रे
No, wait.
We're trying to be serious here. Can we be serious for a moment? Get
champ's on the
uploading out
line.
of here.
No, let's throw some
ये
big balls
नहीं
away.
है
That's so funny. That killed me. But yeah, the operator is all Jemkin. He loves that weapon. But we've seen these two teams clash before. In stage 1, DRX did manage to get the better of RRQ. It was a clean 2-0, but RRQ didn't really show up in the same way in that game, we do have to say.
Look, for me, this game, as you're seeing from
I
some
think
of the
अभी तक
highlights, at least
Fnatic है,
initially,
शायद.
is you've got the big two for DRX. Hyunmin and Flashback are dangerous as hell. You've got an excellent opener, a fragging machine.
I
and
tuned in
Flashback
today
back in the
morning
team
and
here
then
is
slept
a
only to give you
star-studded
watch
aimer
time. Love
himself
you,
and
love
an
yours,
excellent
bye.
closer for DRX versus the aggressive duo of Monyet versus Jemkin. Taking a look at the previous game that we've seen between these two.
Like करो कि नहीं,
DRX
ऐसा मत
did
करो, like
dispatch of
करो.
RRQ relatively cleanly.
Last game क्यों नहीं किया,
particularly on
was
the
pretty
set. So
थोड़ा
let's
सा
keep
late हो
in
गया
mind
उठने
that
में.
as we see the Veto roll out and see if you do have
आधा
any
घंटा
kind
late
of
उठा और
changes
तब
for
तक
either
एक
one of
मैप
these
हो गया
teams.
था already.
You'd expect the onus to really be on RRQ to change up the Veto because they didn't really
400 वाला
benefit from it
सुपरस्टार
last
F1 में
Yeah, we
2000
know
का
that
language
RRQ are a team
language
that are okay with change. We saw it yesterday. They'd swapped up their Corrode comp and managed to surprise Gen G with that. So I think they're a team that can make changes on a dime.
अभी क्या
day
भेज
to
रहे हो
day,
इंद्रजीत
and that's gonna
भाई?
suit them very, very well for this fast-paced playoff games. But yeah, I don't want to see this same Veto come out for them. Let's take it in a different direction if we're RRQ.
The main thing I want to point out there as well
अरे
is
यार,
the
gifts खत्म नहीं हो रहे.
stylistic differences between
Save
these
करो
two
करना
teams.
है.
You saw, I mean, you can flick back. in
अगर
the
DRX
bottom
जीता
second,
तो
you saw
Gen G
that
का chance है ना,
line
हाँ.
comp, you saw that
DRX को
ascent
जीतने का.
comp from RRQ. They like to play a little bit weird. They like to play a little bit wacky.
Yes.
They got all these flashy little bits and pieces. For DRX, it's nothing but standard high percentage play. They're going to just be that Korean team that is going to play with consistency and be able to just
Hamlo
break you
bang ba,
down over
Hamlo.
time and win with the things that always work for you.
Definitely a style contrast there. And of course, we have the IGLs are very interesting for both of these teams as well. You have Australia needing to outplay and outcall his former team on the other side.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we're bringing up the
ठीक
map
है
leader right
इंद्रजीत भाई,
now.
ठीक है,
And
ठीक है.
I also just want to call back to that episode of Timeout when E
मेरे को भी नहीं समझ में आ रहा कौन सी प्राइवेट जेट खरीदूं मैं. लंच किया कि नहीं भाई? लंच नहीं करता पालो भाई. शाम को खाता हूं मैं सीधा. मॉर्निंग को फ्रूट्स मॉर्निंग अच्छा मॉर्निंग बोल रहा पहले बात है कि 40
here.
नींद पूरी
Icebox,
नहीं हुई
Corrode, we didn't see these in the last one.
10
Bind
बजे
as
सोया 2
well
बजे
as
उठा
Haven taken out in the second phase,
4
and
hours
Ascent will be the decider, so that will be a repeat.
बंक्स भाई
DRX
इंद्रजीत
did
भाई
this
सीरियस
much of
सीक्रेटली
RRQ
लव्स
last
यू
night,
मेरे को भी
really
लग
cut
रहा
and
है
dry game there on Ascent, but the
और
RRQ
चैंप्स पॉइंट में
selection of
टॉप
Icebox
2
is
है
an
और विनर
interesting
और
one. You
रनर
can see it
सेम
right
हुए
here.
तो नेक्स्ट
Both
टू
of
टीम्स
these
कैसे
teams have been
क्वालीफाई होंगे
successful on
चैंप्स
this
पॉइंट
map
के
and
थ्रू से
actually in very dominant fashion, and not to mention the fact that this could be mirror comps.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. Both of these
Teams में
teams have
काय
shown
कर
that
रहे
they
हो
can play this map to a very, very high standard. And it
बिग
gives
भाई
this mirror
करुणामी
comp.
आई
I
है
love the
सब में
Sage on this
करुणामी
map.
आई है
Love Sage versus Sage.
करुणामी
Like,
है वो बधिर
absolutely. This is going to be
Probably the
a...
only
अच्छा है बहुत अच्छा है वो
Maybe.
Who
Give me
knows?
another neon.
I think you're the only one who's said that on this desk.
Man,
It's
I
like,
just love when
I
they
love
put
it.
the wall up and defuse the spike. It just really gets me going, man.
Good. It works. Sorry, I like winning. How dare I?
I just love it when one team
पहले
is
का
running
काहे
into
नहीं
the
किया?
site and then they can't
थोड़ा
move
left
because
right हो
there's a
गया
slow orb.
ठीक है
But we have to bring this up as well. Of course, one of the big revealing things I think on the side of DRX was
बाप रे।
that recently Mako unfortunately was not able to perform at the
Low
level
feel
that
कर
we
रहा था
expected
बे।
to, and he acknowledges it too.
Yeah, against Talon, that was not a good series from Mako. It's single-handedly kind of losing Talon that series, unfortunately. Sorry, TRX that series against Talon, unfortunately.
बा
So
अकेला
it's good
फील
to
हो रहा
see
है
he's put it
ना
out
मम्मी
there.
है ना
He's
कोई
feeling more
दोस्त
confident. He's
पापा
amping
को
himself
बता
up.
नहीं
He's had
सकता
a day to
आपको
rest
देख
to
के
play
खुशी
himself
मिलता है
back into form, and you could even see in some
पढ़ाई
of those, like you had to
ठीक
play a game
है
of
बट
Mako.
कांट
He was
फोकस ऑन
missing some
लाइफ
shots he should.
भाई यही बात है भाई पापा को बता नहीं सकता ऐसा नहीं होता बताने का रहता है समझ रहे हो जितना चीजें खुद तक रखोगे और खुद से जियोगे ना तब तक लोनली फील करोगे शेयर करो चाहे जो भी बात हो मार खाओ चाहे कुछ गलत किया हो लेकिन बताने का हैशटैग के साथ शर्म है आपको आई थी लेकिन कल खाना ऑर्डर किया तो मैं गलती से साइलेंट कर दिया था डोरबेल You had good sleep? Hello? Hey kiddo. पोल डालो हाँ बिंग भाई स्किन दिला दो मेंबरशिप ले लूंगा लास्ट का जे क्या अच्छा लगा लास्ट का जे क्या अच्छा लगा ये एडवांस सुन के एक बार पापा को बताया गाड़ी ठोक दिया बहुत मार गया उसके बाद से अभी चुपचाप ठीक करा देता हूँ बोलता हूँ सर्विस हुआ है कार का यार मार खाने में मजा है भाई लाइफ जब आगे जाओगे तब मालूम पड़ेगा ये सब मिस करूंगा हाँ मैं भी बहुत मार खाया था माउस कौन सा यूज करते हो अच्छा वाला माउस
Second series of the day, second elimination match of the day, and this is for Champions Paris. It's DRX versus RRQ, and DRX they sailed through the group stage with flying colors, but here in the
Pacific
playoffs, it's much
champ के
stormier
लिए
seas for them.
final slot
Talon
का
knocked
क्या
them down
scene
to the
है?
lower
अभी हो रहे
bracket, and
chance
now
में
it's
सब
DRX's
qualify.
last chance for Tokyo.
ये दोनों में से जो जीता वो क्वालिफाई हो जाएगा T1 क्वालिफाई हो चुका है PRX क्वालिफाई हो चुका है
but boom now they're in the lower bracket
कर दी
no
heavy
more second
comedy.
chances here a win
When I
gets
saw
us to
your
Champions
photo
Paris,
in
but it's not all over if they lose it just
VSC
gets very
Pacific
very tricky
Post.
they want to
Love
keep things
you,
simple
Zaire bhai,
today
love
and
you.
beat 2-0 just like they did last time
Hopefully it's a
Drone
lot
लेके
simpler
आओ क्या
for
तो
them,
भाई
but
से
of
नहीं
course,
नहीं
on
नहीं
the other
कुछ नहीं
side,
चाहिए
it's
बाबा
RRQ, and they just came back from pulling off a near impossible
सारी
comeback
रात
yesterday
सोया
versus
नहीं
Gen G, a 2-10
सुबह मुझे
deficit.
सोने दो
They shocked
नींद
the
पूरी
world
हुई
and
नहीं
themselves
खाप
even
पूरे होने
with what
दो
they accomplished,
बराबर
but it's not
बराबर
over yet. They may have just stepped out of the frying pan and into the fire.
The
लेकिन
current
खाब आए
reigning
कैसे
champions of
नींद नहीं हुआ
Pacific
तो
have severely had to adjust their expectations here. Now fighting for survival.
जाने
in
वाला
the
है
lower
ना
bracket.
सब
They've taken
ऑफिशियल
down
स्टोर पे
Gen
बाइक
G.
स्कूल
Now
बचा
to
नहीं है
have a
लेने के लिए
chance to
आई
have a
थिंक
crack at
सेज
DRX
बचा
and
है
make up for the fact that
देखना
they
पड़ेगा
have an
वहाँ पे है कि
underwhelming
नहीं
international performance performance over at Toronto. They want another crack at the internationals here in Champions.
Yeah, I mean, for RRQ, the stakes are very
कौन सा
simple.
stage चल रहा है?
Win
ये
and you
match
are
के
in
बाद top
champs,
4 teams
lose and
बचेंगे.
you have no shot. This game is everything for RRQ. No more slow starts, no more bad performances. They need to be at 100% efficiency today.
Coach fist bumps up, and that means our game is about
कोई और
to
photo नहीं
begin.
दे सकता
We're
था
seeing the
Pacific
map
वालों
Veto
को.
once again,
Excuse me.
and we are starting on Icebox, a map
Sen
that both
qualified
these
है.
teams have looked really, really good on. They've had that, positive win rate all throughout the group stages, all throughout the
क्या
stage.
लगता है वेल्टी क्वालिफाई
So I
करेगी
wonder
नेक्स्ट
what
ईयर
is
के
gonna
लिए?
happen. I
वो
can
तो
be transparent
एसोसिएशन से
though.
पता
I mean,
चलेगा.
it's a key matchup in every position. Both of the IGLs on the stage.
Congrats,
You've got
bye.
the
Love
Jet
you, Mounted
head-to-head
bye.
of Chimkin and Hyunmin,
Thank
two of
you.
the best jets that we have here in Pacific. X-Pharaoh
करुणा
versus
हमें दिला दो.
Flashback on the lurks, and Marco versus
Banks
Monyet,
भाई,
which is the
ए,
most
तू बराबर
lucky of
लिख
the
रहे.
matchups. Monyet, Viper is totally not this guy's style, and Marco, he needs to turn around his performance, but he's been monstrous on the Viper. Keep an eye on this guy and his lurks, particularly for
भाई
DRX,
अच्छा
starting here on
सनसेट
this
नहीं है
attacking side.
यार.
He
कल
loves to
बहुत
get up
सनसेट
to,
देख लिया.
he loves to be
कसम.
walking through his orb in mid and
मैंने
causing all
लाइफ में
kinds of
आयरन
problems.
इतना
He's
सनसेट नहीं देखा
dangerous
जितना मैंने
around
कल
the
मैप में
mid
देखा.
area, but that's something I think RRQ have to be ready for.
Love you, God of
X-Pharaoh with that
Godders.
kill
Love
future,
you.
I think a lot of that's going to fall to him to shut down that lurk, and if they don't manage to stop that, I could see DRX really running away with this.
Now, though, you're seeing our predictions up. It's looking predominantly blue, but there are little sparks of gold here and there.
बहुत
High five to
Oh.
They're
Wow, the
fans.
viewers massively
The
disagree.
viewers disagree with us quite heavily, and I can see why. RRQ, they're on a heater since yesterday. They want to keep running through with that momentum.
Hello, Banks
It is
Dada.
zero
Hello.
points here, guys. Neither one of these
है ना,
teams
कल
feeling
पाँच
like they
sunset
need
देखे,
to
कल बहुत
change
sunset
anything,
देखा
but I'll
भाई.
remind you,
बहुत
RRQ
देखा.
opted to take DRX to Icebox here. When
श्रेयांश
both of them
भाई
have
जो
been
बोले वो
successful.
बराबर
They're
है.
saying, we are better at this comp, we are better at this map, and we're going to go 1-0 up here.
I think it's
Hello,
even
Banks,
more
आज
than
प्रीमियर
that.
होगा.
It's
Yes,
saying
sir.
our players are better than your
मुझे
players
सबको
directly
बोलने दो भाई, आज
head-to-head.
मैच
They
है.
know this is going to be a miracle. They know what's happening. This is a lot of faith, a lot of trust in Crazy Guy, especially to be able to outcall their old IGL of Australia.
Yeah, it's gonna be a spicy, spicy match indeed. We're gonna find out if the comeback king of kings can pull this off, or if DRX seal the deal for them. This is for Champions Paris. We are heading into Icebox. Let's toss it on over to Komodo and Quack.
Yes, and we've got Komodo with a little bit of fancy bling around his neck as well, but that's absolutely right. You know, this is Pacific Stage 1 winners versus Pacific Kickoffs winners, and now they have to put it all on the table for champs.
I don't know what to say for this series, everyone out there. Like, I've got so many words, but it's hard to find the right ones coming in towards this series, I think, because we are at a turning point in this one. RRQ, after yesterday's blistering performance, shutting down Gen G, it really makes you wonder, what are they going to come out with in today? How are DRX looking? Being able to sit back a little bit, but then having a shaky performance earlier as well, right? The Veto in my mind,
match गिरने गया, थोड़ा सा late उठा मैं. First player Banks भाई, बहुत पहले से follow कर रहा हूँ. Love you, Yash भाई. Thank you so much.
But I also looked at a couple of the other map points, and they've been shaky, right? That bind comp that they're coming out with, where they're getting pushed to OT against the first installment against DRX, where they had to figure that one out as well. Remember, with this Waylay coming on through, and then the Yoru and stuff, and the Neon, when you look towards a set that we get potentially later on. I mean, there's just so much different stuff that RRQ are trying to cook with in their heads at the moment, but for on this map,
आज इन्हें का दोनों मैचेस करोगे या वन सेन का मैच करके फायदा
already
नहीं है.
through this stage, right? Similarly,
सेन का
to
भी प्लेऑफ
DRX,
में करेंगे.
both of these teams have had extremely
बार
clean
1000
wins
का
against the same
बेच
two
के
teams, and an extra performance
देखना
against
जा रहा है
Corrode
क्या?
Esports in there as
Excuse
well.
me?
So it is kind of a fitting start on Icebox between DRX and RRQ.
Might be evenly matched, but to kick things off, we will have DRX straight into the A site, which is kind of open right now.
Yep, get that wall up, get the plant if you possibly can. Though
Retake
5 versus 5
bolte.
retakes again. We know RRQ absolutely happy to give you a bit of a battle in the scruff when it is a 5v5, so here we go.
Breaking down the walls, looking for potential
कैसे
angles
retake
for
करेगा देखने
DRX. Staying disciplined. We'll be playing tight around the corners instead, especially with Hyunmin on this frenzy that hasn't really
बाप
been
रे,
sounded off just yet.
smoke
But
बीटी
Chimkin
है.
up close and personal with a sheriff of all things. I've got the screen going up, the wall going down just as
भाई
Big
कर
Time
लिया
loves. The
बे
DQ's getting stuck all the way through. Jemkin, he's not letting
भाई
go.
कर लिया
He
बे
picks up the kills at the end too.
There's nothing that you can do there. The vertical wall, you want any sort of
कर
profile
लिया
utility
बे
that is angled a little bit higher. It'll heat the wall, but that's not even the problem there. It's just hitting your shots. DRX not able to really collect upon that. Sharpies from Jemkin, Sharpies from Monyet. Those are the two players that are having the performances in the
वाला
consistent
था वो
factor
तो
when
नॉर्मल
RRQ are
रीटेक
doing
वाले
some
हो
destructive things in the
स्पाइक के सामने
server.
डालते हैं
Great shots to coming out from them. And a pretty clean pistol kind of backs up my point that they're extremely happy to play in 5 versus 5 retakes. Need to see DRX going on for
बंक्स
some
भाई
earlier
जब भी मोटा
hunts.
सुपर से अटर आता है ट्रिब्यून भाई की याद
On this
आती है मेरा
attacking
हो गया
side,
आज का
Even
पता
with
नहीं
Plant
किस
though,
स्ट्रीम भरने का
opting to
मन कर
go
रहा
for the
है
full save. Not a lot of kills. Get the rifles in the next round.
Very slow and steady.
Yeah, we're just grouping up in towards B main. Got a bit of a fallback
हाय
from
हाय
Monyet.
स्लो खेल रहे हैं
If you can somehow sneak away a
जिसकी
plate
चल
here as
रही है।
DRX, you'll take that as a small
कोई
prize
भी
for the
जीता
round.
चैम्प्स है ना अगर आरआरक्यू जीतो तो
Jumping
भी
around
चैम्प्स
yellow.
बच जाएगी बे भाई कितना बड़ा है
Yeah,
सोचो
very
बे
interested to see how him and Jemkin are going to navigate that space. Come big rifle rounds on attacking sides. Two players that are extremely powerful around that spot. But here we go. The plant looking to be established. Some further positions denied.
Yeah, RQ's not
लॉर्ड
letting it
नेड
up.
कर दिया
Got
बे
nano swarms and the slow. Xfero even landing a couple of hot shots through.
हाँ
Got freeing around the corner of the wall.
Free gun for 2. Take that.
And now it's just flash.
अच्छा है
He hears him above him, so
लेकिन
he's hoping that
फायदा
they'll
नहीं है ना
drop in front of his face, but
गन
it's not really happening
सेव
just
कर
yet.
लेगा
Needs
until
to
unless
peek out
एक और ये गिरा देता है
onto the spike. Doesn't spot anyone.
It is Lurker, right? So you do question a little bit where he'd be coming from.
ना
But Jemkin, straight
आरआर
shooting
क्यों आ रहा तो
already.
घर पे जो भी आ रहा घर पे
If we are getting like the top performance from RRQ that we've seen and the top performance of DRX that we've seen
जो भी आ रहा
coming
वो
out
घर
as
पे
Alpha Group number 1 and number 2, it is going to be a mighty battle in this server. Series deserves 3. Series deserves brilliant scorelines, close scorelines, great battles, heroic plays.
और जेंजी को
It's already
हारने
shaping
के
up
लिए
against that. RQ
टैलेंट को हारना पड़ेगा
carrying on that form from
TRX
yesterday,
से।
but right now it's the double sheriff buy up.
Yeah, there's enough for some damage here from RRQ, that's for
Okay.
certain. Bulldogs as well, and the player stacking of 3 over at this A side,
Ifs
just
and
leaving
buts.
Cushy to his own devices in mid on the back of that turret, and of course Monyet over at B by itself. So you want to remove a little bit of this.
पीआरएक्स और
utility,
डीआरएक्स
give
दोनों
yourself
से
some
शायद
options as
अगर आज
DRX.
डीआरएक्स जीतती है तो
Something that
मतलब आज जो
we've
भी
seen from
जीतेगा
them in the history of this map as well is really just getting these Sage reses time and time
ऐसा है।
again.
Basically, top 2 में नहीं आ
4
सकता।
that Australia got out
Talent.
at a point in time, just maximizing those. For
भर
now,
दिया बे,
Marco
भर दिया,
has
भर दिया।
Monyet's number. Bit of a Viper diff in round number 3. But at the end of the day, it was only a sheriff for Monyet. It is a bonus round to come through for RRQ.
Some bonus information for RQ off of that death too, but not safe enough to cross through mid just yet. Which means the spike could go down rather simply.
And then
थोड़ा
you throw
वापस
whatever you
समझाओ
want,
टैलेंट
really
को
up this
हारना
one. You've got shock darts,
टैलेंट
you've
को
got
थर्ड
slows,
आना
crazy
पड़ेगा
guy. Can certainly
Playoff
try to get a little bit of a back yellow trap now that they
अगर
start to
टैलेंट
pivot
नेक्स्ट
towards
दो
this
मैच में
site.
से एक भी
And
जीते तो
DRX
जेंजी बाहर
extremely passive before getting that wall down and getting the plan. Maximizing Australia again. 1 away from the res.
Just looking to play off the angles.
There's the slow behind yellow, waiting for the shock darts. Standard combinations to go on through. Missing the mark a little bit. Marco will eat that one for dinner,
पड़ी
but he should still look to find some desserts here.
Meanwhile,
जेंजी
RQ just
already
waiting
out
for
है
the
ना?
toxic screen to go down first,
ये
but the
playoff से
angles
out है
still
बे,
being
ये
held
जापान
true.
वाला tournament से
Jemkin on
out
the
है।
trade though.
चैम्प्स के लिए अभी भी क्वालिफाई होने का चांस है लेकिन स्लिम
Too much. DRX just holding down the angle. Still
अरे
Mako down by yellow. The spike
फुकट
beginning to go off.
फुकट एक और गन गया
Gotta save these guns as DRX. You've already copped a bit of significant damage in this bonus round. Sphero will go down to the spike and you'll take 2 guns into the next round as DRX. I'm talking about these
Bye,
scenarios,
thank you
guys.
for the
DRX coming into this
449
series.
मेरी जान
They've
के
played against
चोचे
RRQ.
ओपी
They've
ओपी
seen it
कर
time
दो
and time again.
चैट
If they've done their homework and their review, they would know that RRQ are a squadron that loves to play retakes. They will get dirty. They will throw utility at you that you have not forced out from them. They will have
Tornado
their
का मैच कभी है
crosshairs
पता
at
नहीं
your
देखना
face
पड़ेगा
majority of the time.
अटैक मैप पे
You
डिफेंस
have to
अटैक
be very aware in this attacking side for DRX, what RRQ are doing on defense. And you
Love
gotta be
you, this guy.
extremely
Love
aware now,
you.
as Jemkin brings up the operator as our biggest player with this boomstick in Pacific.
Leading with it too. Trying to mark down.
This guy, thank you for the 29 मेरे जान के रोटे.
Meanwhile, at the same time, you cannot
Downfall
afford
क्यों
money
रहा लो?
dropping around
उठो.
yellow.
ए मेरा जापानीज फ्रेंड है, तू आ रहा है कि नहीं?
Both sides, I mean Australia. If he gets an orb or something, he can get a resurrection up, but you
Which
just
city
want to
देखना
get
है?
free opener from them, and they'll get it. Crazy guy, gone with the wind.
ऑटो पे रखा है क्या इंद्रजीत भाई? हेलो.
Not protective enough.
एनर्जी क्वालिफाइड देखना पड़ेगा मेरे को याद
Solidified
नहीं.
in stone a minute to go for DRX to re-navigate.
इंद्रजीत भाई thank you for the
situations.
29 and 29 मेरे
That is so
जान.
red by Marco.
फिर
That is
से
gorgeous
एंट्री
timing.
निकाला, फिर से.
Just knows that RQ's going to get proactive with it. Jemkin still posted up on the A side, but now he's alone. Makes things a lot more doable. Feels the pressure and gets out with the tailwind.
Stray does have heal, remember, too, so he can give that over to Marco a little bit later on, but he's thrown caution
Marco
in your
crucial
heads
वाला
as
मार रहा है.
RRQ with his mid-spot position, and you're already having a
मजा
save
आ रहा है.
call for them.
मेरे
I
को
mean,
भी
it's
जैसे.
understandable. They're at a player deficit. It's not like they have an advantage coming in towards this
Because
retake. I'm
you-
talking about maximizing efforts as
Hashtag man
DRX. You have
flex
to hunt
करने
for
का
the kills
तरीका
early
थोड़ा
on. They
casual
get
है
the kills.
इंद्रजीत भाई.
Makes it a hell of a lot easier to try and close down a round.
There's Mako as well.
Get out of
10
dodge.
HP
Hold
पे
the gun.
10 HP पे देख रहे हो ना
Go for the
मस्ती.
hunt and find some damage when your team links
10
up with
HP
you.
पे मस्ती देख रहे हो ना.
DRX would be happy if they're able to take that operator away.
Yikes.
Now just noting
Bro,
Cushy's
क्या
position.
मारा है
Jemkin
shot
as
बे
much as possible.
उसने.
Well, a bit of a slower one for RQ in this round. Maybe it's going to be a slower start for them as well, and they do need a bit of a marathon affair to get back in towards the map. Who
Hop
knows?
गिरा तो लग गया.
It's just a little bit of a drop in the
Double
water
flick.
here, dropping that round, holding on to the operator for Jemkin, so you can
मैं
give it another go
Kana
in the
Radha
next
Rani,
round. But,
bless you,
the
much love
economy's
to you
sake
and the happy
for them.
Krishna
Just gonna be
Janmashtami
some
once
greater
again.
pistols to
Love
back
you
up that.
Akshay, same
Salvaged
to you
and
मेरे
saved
जान
over
बेटे.
Phantom and operator.
By your education.
Hopefully being able to convert those into even more in the upcoming round, but otherwise, all eyes on Mako still.
10-15 degree है.
Effective he's being.
Oxford से.
I mean, we saw his tweet.
ऐसे नहीं जाते को तो 40.
It was a passage, but to kind of
तुम लोगों
recap
को क्या
it,
लग रहा है ऑक्सफोर्ड का
let's
डिक्शनरी
just say
किसने
I didn't
बनाया
do
था?
good, I need to do good, right?
He's doing good.
He's doing good so far, so it's going to be a boon for DRX if you've got Marco playing well. As I say
कुछ भी
that,
करता रहता था
not so
मार्को.
good.
Spoke too soon. He went out of the poison cloud, and now that's a weapon picked up for RRQ.
Certainly can be. This is where things get a little bit more spicy. Got that operator, you got 2 rifles. You can start to get some damage in if you make a right call. Jemkin is on another postcode with that op over at B, however, and DRX have already silently
बोल मत ये लोग
moved in
city
towards this
लड़ेंगे.
site. Now known with the wall, establishing the plant.
RRQ look to take down the wall again, just as they did in the pistol.
Was seen crossing behind this wall by Crazy Guy, who just picks up a kill. They know that Freeing is stuck here. Confirmed by the drone.
So pushing up closer now is Mon.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be Xfero out from screens.
ये
They
गन
fan
देखा
out
हुआ लग
across
रहा है.
both sides. Astra tries to play sneaky, drops down, but
ये
Xfero
गन
just
देखा हुआ
can't
लग रहा
make it.
है.
What am I talking about though, Quack here?
4K
when there's
मार
a
दिए
player
बे.
advantage. RRQ are gonna find a round. It is a night and day difference that you need to close
Huh?
the blinds on right now.
Thirsty
DRX
मार
falter
दिया.
in the beginning. Marco shut down, weapon stolen, and then
God.
from there, it's shots being collected by RRQ. Its position's known. I highlighted they knew where Freeing was, and then it's strength in numbers. It's a flawless conversion, pretty much. Just only losing Crazy Guy.
टैक्सी मारा ना.
But you steal the guns, you back up your money.
बस मैं आ गया कैसे आ गया पी. सोना नहीं है क्या
See
कौन सा
more
था?
from Hyunmin.
मैं DRX के साथ है. Same maybe.
Now on this attacking side, as we have a little bit more of a split approach from DRX and a bit of a more backing
नया
spot
टीम में लग रहा है
on this piece
RRQ.
for RRQ.
Especially with the op lines being held too.
आज कैसे हो आपका सिर्फ
Yeah,
4
if you're
घंटा
not
से है
throwing that out as
मस्त.
Freeing, which you just used already, then you kind of incentivized not to go to that B side.
मेरा हाथ पढ़ो क्या
You're
लैंग्वेज
also
है?
looking at the Hunter's Fury and the pit angle here potentially for them, but you know there's a lockdown for Xfero. How do you want to approach
फिर
this as
से
DRX?
retake,
Because
फिर
when
से
you think
retake.
about successive scenarios for RRQ, again, happy to give you the A side, happy to play the retake. We see it again. I'm a broken record in saying that, but folks, it's true. They're going to look to do it again. A top plant, baiting out the ults.
Oh, Hunter's Fury for
Exchange
lockdown.
on both sides and shock darts going on in.
Bro, bach
Now
gaya,
we got the
bro.
recon RQ. Like you've mentioned, looking for the brawl.
Bach gaya.
Got the res coming in.
Can he get back in the pit? Yes, he can.
Oh!
Very required here, I feel like, for DRX.
Plays her around on top of 410 and shuts down Xfero. Position revealed and he repositions as well.
Bhai
Not yet
Viper ka
getting taken
pose hi
down.
main hai.
And RQ looked to surround the site. They managed to isolate Mako. Now Hyunmin on towards the corner, trying to play for time as best as possible.
Baap re,
Gets another
Yunmin.
kill, dashes out. And at that point, Crazy Guy has to step into the crosshairs. 4K for Hyunmin.
Said you got to have Hyunmin activate
Yeah.
around such as that, and he absolutely delivers, doesn't he? The lockdown doesn't get destroyed by the Hunter's Fury, but they manage to get out of it and then slip back into the
Crazy,
pit.
crazy, crazy
as Marco.
bolte.
And a sneaky snake he certainly was in that round to at least try to offset things and assist. Jemkin
God
at the top of the
be.
screens. I saw Monyet get up there as well. A couple of angles in that post plant. You're not really expecting too much from the looks of it
Kya
as DRX.
chipka na uska aim, kya
But they
chipka
hold
be.
true to bounce back. Equalize
Pili ka
3-3.
shopping ka to mo
Again
ya
with
map
another
ka bank
buy round
balance
from
kya
both
lagta
the
hai
sides.
aapko?
Crazy Guy down to the Stinger. And Hyunmin, without a rifle of his own, just the blades. Looking to slice and dice.
Heavy shopping ho rahi hai, heavy.
Me Quack yet again. You're putting a lot of a premium on Jemkin's shoulders once more with that operator.
Pankaj aao.
It's just not really in the right spot at the moment. Crazy Guy knowing to watch out for mid.
Ay, Pankaj aao.
Mako has been quite the menace.
Seeing no overextensions though from RRQ currently. A lean towards the A site once more. DRX forgetting
Thank
that B
you.
exists in its
I'm also
entirety
getting
time
you
and time
something.
again when they think that there's an operator in play.
पार्सल आ रहा है तेरे को ऐसा लगेगा कि इंद्रजीत भाई ने
What
गिफ्ट
are you
दिया
talking
लेकिन
about? It's only A site.
it's actually me हो
Okay, of
सकता है कि
course.
एयरपोर्ट्स का कवर आ रहा है
But you're down to 50 seconds now. Got to make a move soon.
The longer that you wait
हाँ,
as
मैंने भी
DRX, the
बोला
longer
मेरे
that
को
you
private-
let RRQ sniff around the map and set things up. Over at
bank
this
भी
site,
बोला
the
था
shock
क्या
darts
तूने?
are still there.
नहीं मैं कल ब्रांड पूछ रही हूँ
Alarm bot by
चैट
mid
को
now.
कौन सा अच्छा है मेरे को
Bring-
कैसे पता हो
Bring
एकदम
has util,
फाइव
got
स्टार
the
में
recon,
चालने
got a
बोल
shocky,
रही थी मैं
but the wall comes out.
अभी अपन
Ultimate
बड़े
timing
बड़ी बातें करेंगे
From Crazy Guy
किंगफिशर का प्लेन
there,
कैसा
20 seconds. You got to go in as DRX. You're taking too long.
Oh,
बड़ा बहुत उड़े नहीं रे अभी भी उठे ना जब भी कोई इंसान उठता है ना क्रिकेट नहीं करने का
looking for the corner for the plant, but it's nanostorms as well. 10 seconds. Destroyer sticks it, but at what cost? 2 players down.
लेकिन वेपन्स
Spike out in the open.
है स्टिंगर वाला एक ही है
Screen comes back.
Lamborghini और Ferrari बेचने पे जो
जिसका
जिसका ज्यादा पैसा हो
Elevated shots though. And it's cushy and
जिसका
money
टायर
and more taken
महंगा हो
down. Crazy
इंद्रजीत
Guy.
भाई
He's way too low. Can't really flush himself out of position. Now it's just Xfero and Jemkin to shoot themselves out of this position. But Mako has other ideas too.
1v1
Continuing to keep
Push
Jemkin
रहा
in contention. Jemkin pushes and gets the kill. Tailwinds into the spike to get it just in time for the defuse.
बाप
Boy,
रे
that one gets close, but that one is on a
टेलीसपोर्टर
nice
कार
edge.
कलेक्शन
0.66.
नहीं है भाई
And the round is one for
Enemy
RRQ.
collection
Thought it got a little bit dicey when those kills start to be coming in from DRX. I mean, it's a 3 versus 5 when you're looking to start to get that plant
भाई
down
क्या
as
एम
well.
है ना वे जेमकिन
Narrow
का यार
margins here, it does
बस
go
उसका
in.
ऑपिंग भी प्यारा लगता है
Kills collected from DRX, but I mean, both players going for the reload at the end of this one for Jemkin.
ये रहे
Taking the right
Yeah,
angles,
le.
taking the right names and
Ah,
numbers.
tu bhi le.
Marco can't get it done. The tailwind literally only
W,
gathered by
W.
Jemkin getting 2 more kills there to
Car
refresh
election
it
में
and pop it to
घर
get
में
back on
4
the
रिपल
defuse. No
कंट्रोल कार
tailwind,
है
no rounds.
वो भी
These are
नहीं है
narrow margins here.
उसका भी
this
लाइसेंस
series.
नहीं मिला मेरे को
Could you imagine if, regardless, it will be
फिर से
DRX on
retake?
this half by. They are just dashing into the A site. It's not quite open though because Crazy Guy is holding the off angle.
It's the Singer's Rush. It's DRX recognizing, got to go fast, got to get a little bit more Hedgehog action.
रिकॉन कैसे ने तोड़
He's
रहे
just falling over his
Dog
feet at the
with
moment, it
Maka.
feels like. That's denial of the spike plan. It's denial of a lot of things on this A site. And now it's a 4 versus 2. You're going to be sniffed out by that drone.
भाई RRQ
Bring in
is
Marco.
playing
Bring
ah
out some vintage plays here to clutch this one.
It's looking to stick the spike
Party.
anyway, but now brings down to half HP.
It's a good shock up pushy, that's for sure.
Then the
मैं RRQ
screenshot
को support
from
कर रहा
Anya,
हूँ ना,
this
sexy
Mako
खेल रहा है
tries to
RRQ.
cross, just freeing left at 50 HP. The full
I just love
force of
Evoke, man.
RRQ all around the site. You spray frantically, but you will be met with Cushy's knuckles at the end of the round.
भाई
Oh,
5
that's another
rounds
one for
डिफेंस
RRQ,
में
extending
एक
a
और
little bit
राउंड
of a
अगर
lead
जीत
now.
गया तो गुड ऑफ तो हो गया.
Always been, within one, within two, keeping it
5 मैच से
close.
ट्राई कर रहा हूँ कि
Necessary
ये
round
टीम
for RRQ so they don't
जीती
get
तो
reset on their economy, but that was the lesser buy from DRX anyways.
This is like क्या
Trying to
language
get
है?
Hyunmin ahead of the
मत करो
curve,
ये
trying to
सब.
open up the site, make some advancements for the squad. One of the higher weapons getting shut down in trades, and the Stingers not able to do too much in the end. Timeout.
भाई
to be
लेकिन
coming
मेरे को
on
पूरे
through
lobby
as
में
well
best
from
player
a
कौन
DRX,
लगता है
you would
पता?
assume here, just before
पूरे
getting
lobby
in
में.
towards their proper
Freeing.
rifle rounds. Both of these teams
फ्रीइंग
definitely needing to
अलग है मेरे,
maximize
अलग.
and give yourself as
उसके
much
रोल
chances
में
as
ना
you possibly
कोई है
can.
नहीं.
Do not want to see, because I'll get angry. Teams holding high timeouts, not using them when we're seeing the same thing over and over, not working. No real adjustments.
Not yet, anyway.
खुशी सुपर रुकी है.
RQ, meanwhile,
रहेगा
on
घर
top
पे
of
लेकिन.
it all.
फ्रीइंग ओपी है.
They're starting to get a little bit more proactive to check. But at some point, you would hope that DRX maybe tries to challenge the B side.
माको से अलग कोई नहीं है
Has
लंड
been,
के.
I think you mentioned before, relatively ignored.
क्या लैंग्वेज है भैया? हाँ?
So off
क्या
still in
language
play
है
for
ये?
Jemkin.
At least they won't be ignorant of it. That's the thing
Okay.
though, right? DRX gonna know that the B site they've not seen anything for a little bit.
There we
You can
go.
definitely change up your approach, get your drone in, get a little bit closer. If you can push Jemkin off the operator line.
विशेष
Little bit further
बाय,
back a little bit.
thank
There
you
will
for
be
the
a bit of backing up from
membership.
And again, in the same sentence, Jemkin, Monyet,
हंस रहे हो ना?
together. They're not on double duelists, but it's a
ठीक है
scary
भाई.
duo.
कैसे पड़ी इसको?
Oh, I think he's just been tagged through.
A little bit.
Yeah.
कैसे?
Okay. Drone protected as well, so Jemkin somewhat concealed.
Oh, I feel like if Marco just put a pixel out of place, he would have been removed. Oh,
अरे
just
बाप
dispatched
रे!
him. Settle down
रिलीज
though.
बोलते.
Monyet around the corner, and Marco figures it out. Maybe trying to bite off more than he can shoot.
Why you गुस्सा?
Makes you a little bit antsy. His ambition there.
Just because I didn't wake you up?
Crazy guy. One away from the resurrection. Pills kick, gets a kill. Could potentially bring him back up. But the A side now, overwhelmed. There's the res.
Enough of a check. Cushy also.
Crazy
from
guy तो
three.
बार-बार मार रहा है बे
Kills
यूनियन
now.
को.
He goes back in and hunkers down for a third, but Astraea denies. Crazy guy though, looking to deny this potential. He hears the res going through and finds the target. Monyet
अब ये
arriving at the
जाएगा
crime
रेस करने.
scene. Crazy guy flicks upwards, and now it's just Mako left. No
भाई
spike in the
क्या?
round.
मुझे रेस करना है अभी,
And the
मुझे
res,
रेस करना है.
you want to give yourself as much advantage as
Yeah,
you can.
le.
Getting Sphero back on up. It's just a body. When the res from Australia hits the floor. Marco, 1 versus 3. No access to the pit. He'd need 2 kills and then bring it in a 1 versus 1. It's going to be hard.
भाई
Just need
5v4
the
था.
angles, need the crosshair placement.
Still though, you can bet that RQ's not going to give it to him one by one. Just trying to check for information currently, and Xfair will be the one to put him down into the ground.
Feel like he hits the harder one in this battle against Jemkin on that operator. You can't get the ones in the end. Pressure amounts in the 1 versus 3. The
Arndt is hiring a coach, 10x salary. Would you like to accept offer?
before
नहीं.
getting the defuse, and RRQ will extend the lead.
Ashwin
They
bhai,
secure
thank you
half
for
no
the
matter what.
membership
They're
in
looking
John
for extra
Corrode.
rounds on this defensive side now. When there's no lockdown or Hunter's Fury in sight for RRQ, they have to have in the back of their minds too that they're both available on
सांस
the flip
लेता हो
side,
तो
on the
बस
side
आपका stream
of
चालू हो जाता है.
DRX.
Love
You'd
you.
expect have to kind of invest them in this next
सोचो
round to
मतलब तुम
keep
लोग
this
कितना
one
ऑक्सीजन ले
within
रहे
the
हो, हाँ?
realms of tying it up. I mean, I was going to say too, the barrier wall. that
अगर
comes out
DRX
from
जीता तो लग गए ना
Crazy
जंगी बाहर.
Guy. I mean, you've planned it in a way that you can't really even deny the spike because of that wall.
ना?
It's
ऐसे ही
just
है ना?
rough scenes
कि मैं
for
गलत हूँ?
for Marco.
That's a hell of a contest between Crazy Guy and Astraea as
Oh
well.
नहीं sorry,
Maybe
DRX
it's
को ही
pushing for
जीतना है.
Marco, calling for some rotations already. A little bit more
RRQ
stampede
जीता तो
from
Zanzibar.
DRX in this lesser buy towards the B side.
RRQ जीता तो
Marco, about
Zanzibar.
the ultimate game. Forgetting that the credits are almost gone for DRX in this round. They get the space, and already you have RRQ here.
Potential utility to toss out. Again, denying spike plant.
I feel like it's got to be an angle that they need to get a little bit further into this site. They can't just plant and escape.
Oh. Tried to push up for it. Planting down with the wall as well, but Xpero just spam.
Do love this deep ball when they want to try and get a bit of a wrap around the site. You kind of can't force the issue now. There's no flank to be seen. RRQ do not need to do so. They know they've got strength in numbers. They know they've got better weaponry. They know they've got chip damage. Speaking of Xpero, need some bandages for that wound, and Crazy Guy is quick on it.
Still okay. You've planted freeing back into yellow. Maybe some potential damage.
Rotation be on point
damage that you would be happy with. Otherwise, into the A site.
If you're trying to get an angle back into a round and you've just gone for a lockdown play, that slow orb that comes from Crazy Guy landing there,
भाई इसके पास स्पिट टेक नहीं लेकिन मॉर्निंग के पास है ना
nerd. And I love it.
RRQ having the macro and the micro plays, and right now just Monyet, he will burst, getting all three in a volley of bullets. Flawless picked up by RRQ.
That's a good one for them, confirming the lead at the half no matter what now, and DRX will be getting the gun
Lag
back in. Shut out time and time again at this little B pop. On the lesser weapons that they go there when they get the rifles back in play, they're trying to bully their way into the A site, and they just
already बाहर नहीं आ रहा क्यों जीतने के बाद बाहर
or not.
तुम्हारा पोस्टर आ गया है द कस्टमर देखा मैंने बूस्ट बाय
4 of them by defuse.
and again thank you for the membership once again. देखा मैंने मेरी जान करते लव यू तुम लोग का कमेंट्स भी देखा टैग्स भी देखा सब देखा मैंने अभी तो और भी कुछ बड़ा चीज होगा. You guys are not ready.
Scary with the operator here from Jemkin. The lockdown is invested. Gonna have to be respected.
You know that he's alone, but look at Crazy Guy still diving in to toss in a slow orb.
क्या नहीं आ रहा.
Still with the lockdown, you've managed to swarm around the site, maybe looking to get the spike down as soon as possible.
Really good utility usage, just combining the slow orbs with all the mollies coming on in. Do you expect Hyunmin on this corner? Kushi, Monyet ahead of the curve. Xpero on Hyunmin. This is falling to pieces, and flashback. He falters too. It's another flawless from RRQ. This defensive strength of theirs, unshakable.
Not a single bit, Komodo. I mean, that was a round where they had guns up as well. Thought to get the spike down, but RRQ just tosses in all that utility, holds for the angles, pushes in.
It's great. I mean, there's a reason why this map is just such a strength for RRQ.
International?
I mean, I'd like to say it's a strength for DRX as well, right? Miracom.
कुछ हो रहा है जिससे
scorelines throughout their play in this stage too.
मैं at least बोल सकता हूँ कि मेरा watch party करना सफल हुआ.
RRQ did the same.
3 साल 4 साल से मतलब
better against Nongshim 13-3.
इतना मेहनत
They just have an absolute read against you
मिला.
in this map. And now as the last round comes in play, Jemkin has the outlaw. Thinking there's an operator on the floor somewhere, but Kushi currently holding it. They're going to swap it up.
तुमको पता चलेगा.
Kushi, Jemkin, full. Okay.
जापान में भी और
DRX
साल के एंड में भी.
have go into the A side finally.
That's just Xpero on the corner with the Odin.
W.
It's a little bit too heavy to go in for the wide swing. That will be Monyet, as the sole survivor knows that there's
आपका कैरेक्टर आ रहा है क्या नहीं? Excuse me.
Can't quite convert it over.
भाई सोचो मेरा गन स्किन आया तो.
Picked up at the last round of the first half for DRX.
It's been a while between drinks though, that's for sure. DRX, I dare say they are not going to be happy with a 4-8 halftime scoreline on this map.
जेंजी का जीजी हो गया डार्लिंग.
Getting some
Last मैंने पढ़ा था
in here in first kills.
बहुत
But just not
instant
able to
बचते.
close a lot of those key rounds.
अरे बाप रे! इतना ऊपर तक
Gotta
क्या?
make it manageable though. Gotta make it work. Gotta get the pistols second round.
Hey,
Look
get
for
up.
the bonus, and if not, absolutely really good plays on this defensive side. Echo what has just been delivered to you.
ये तो क्यूटली सो रही थी ना.
Certainly hope that would be the game
उठना
plan.
चाहिए बात अलग है, लेकिन आज auspicious day.
With
इसीलिए उठाना चाहिए.
तो
been on
auspicious
RRQ
day में तुम
before.
जितना सोओगे, जितना
I don't know
glow
how much
आएगा
stock I
तेरे
put
पे,
in that though
उतना
anymore,
ज़्यादा
right? Because we just see
Stand
elevation levels coming through from RRQ, figuring out what works for them themselves, changing things up, trying to force this waylay play
ये
with
होती है
Neons
match
or with
made in heaven.
Yorus, which
एक
in
इंसान
honestly,
ज़्यादा सो रहा है
in
करके
honesty,
problem.
the comps that they
एक
do
इंसान
feature
कम
with the
सो रहा है
double
करके
duelists
problem.
do
समझ रहे हो?
look a bit questionable. Well, there's like 1 win, 4 loss record, something like that. It's something that they want to play, sure. I mean, who am I to say? I don't shoot in the server.
जापान में क्या है इसका सेमीफाइनल्स और फाइनल्स?
But at least for this map, thinking as to what arc you could potentially pull off, having been the one to select it as well in the first place.
Caring husband. तो जो
I mean, in this
स्पेलिंग
sort of
लिखा है
series,
ना
if you don't get close score lines and it's
वो एकदम बढ़िया है स्मिथ भाई.
if RRQ continue with it, they weathered through the bit of the raid boss in Genji yesterday, and if they come out cleanly here, then they damn well earn that position.
कहाँ
We'll say
देख सकते हो
farewell
पोस्ट
to
और
Genji's
ट्विटर पे है.
chances of getting into Champs 2 with a victory here from RRQ, but DRX not out in a kerfuffle of scores and maps and rounds and all that sort of
By
stuff.
8-4 against DRX.
Into the B
Number
side, though.
one
Quick
team.
plant from RRQ.
And you've already arrived onto the scene, but with all the walls and everything, now you're looking to take kills and fights around yellow and green. Jemkin getting tagged up. Cushy will trade.
थोड़ा जिंदा रहना पड़ेगा काउंटर वॉल करने
delay
तक.
somewhat. You've got the poison cloud going in again as well. Take a look at the back of the map though, because Monyet is on a long journey
नहीं
up
रुका
around,
सकते.
but still Astrea sticking it all the way through. There's 2 walls sandwiched
ये
in.
क्या
That
है?
is not going to work out, unfortunately, for Australian Flashback. You can't block all of the bullets there with bodies. You're just going to die. And that's the pistol round over to RRQ.
ये
Yet
क्या
again, they find
है?
both of them in this series. And they elevate their pistol performances against a DRX who are second bottom in pistols this stage. It has not been a strength of theirs. That is going to be a potential nail.
सैंडविच
Getting
बना
close
दिया
up,
बे.
getting flush with the coffin.
भाई एक्चुअल में
Double
DRX
digits
ऐसा आ
around the
रहा है.
corner for RRQ come this round. You would expect just the classics from DRX.
क्या हो गया भाई? सुंजत भाई पता नहीं यार. बहुत सारे
His
प्लान है
patience.
पंकु के.
Leave no stone unturned.
तो पहले वो सब
Expect
करेंगे.
the unexpected. Expect DRX to potentially be a little bit tricky. But eventually the jig will be up and RRQ will make their decision, seeing no
So
overplay.
much खेलोगे
A,
नहीं. So much.
no waltz down mid. And if you go towards B, you're going to meet with Marco. And with just that classic,
एक्चुअल में DRX ऐसे हार रहे पता नहीं बे.
go together in numbers.
एक्चुअल में अच्छा
what they're
टीम है
gonna
बे. अच्छा तो खेलो पूरा टाइम DRX.
Mako still looking for a consolation prize if anything, but the drone, as well as the player, will spot him out. Backs off into sight. Maybe look to play around the snake bite.
Scott Monyet.
मैंने तो देख लिया
Field day
demonstrated,
over at
it's
the
good
A
hack,
side
huh?
too, called the audible. Rotate back on over there, and Freeing's going to miss the timing too. Being out called, being outplayed in this
shit.
round. Yes, it is just the pistols, but we need to see better macro from DRX come the next round with the guns.
Jemkin
पोस्ट
just
कहाँ पर आया
suffering
बंदा?
as well.
ट्विटर पे.
Just noting the one that it
Twats.
doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, you'd assume.
You might expect a player close by, so just communicating that to the team.
I would honestly
Please
just say
bolo,
DRX
ये
have
लोग
all 5 go up with the spike here and do not
Spike
give
से,
any
हाँ,
ulti
spike
orbs
से
over
मरेंगे.
towards RRQ. Koshi's getting closer to that Hunter's Fury. You do not want to permit him a way to get that online.
Oh boy, DRX.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're not really playing any forward positions. I think they recognize the situation. They just don't want to give any frags over, which is absolutely fine.
ये मारने जाएगा कुछ.
RRQ kind of know that as well. Just the
They want
pistol for
fight.
Kushi. They've traded guns. He can hunt.
He's going in for it. Well, crouch down.
भाई
and flick onto the
तीन और
second
मिल
one.
गए.
That's the worst
Oh
case scenario for
my
DRX.
God.
That's the one thing that you don't want on the back of that for eco round.
You feel for DRX off the loss of that. The 3 of them will go down to the spike, but then you will have Cushy sitting happily.
You are getting outdone at the moment as DRX. You need to just have a blessing right now bestowed upon you to get back into this map.
Right,
You need to
streamer from next year.
do an
नहीं रे.
RRQ from yesterday on Sunset. Surely one would think that 10-4 is easier than 10-2.
Hey, RQ has suffered a 12-3 before. Just saying, I know.
Yes, yes, they have. That is short, yes. different stakes, but
Should not
I
be
mean,
happening.
it puts them in the position that this series here is must win for champs. Had they won that previous series, they'd have more points and it would be a better scenario. Anywho, that's behind us in Whoop land. Now we got a rifle round for DRX to
Is
see
it
if
worth
they're gonna
it?
be able to get this round.
Question
get
वो
number
है
5.
पेट मार के डिना
More
इन्फो
spread
तो
around
किया
the
है
map,
बट इज
droning
इट
out,
वर्थ
spotting
इट
nothing. Tube
कि क्लोज तो कोई
looked
है नहीं
after. Rifles very
आरआर
present
के वैसे
for
भी घुस
RRQ.
जाएगा
And around the corner.
It's Mako.
Oh, and Marco
It was
falls.
a way early snake bite, so a bit of panic, and it settles in. The rest of DRX might rotate over, but
हाँ
right now
ना
RQ's
मैं
in
बोला
control.
ना
Shock
स्नेक
darts,
बाइट
slows, Hunter's Fury,
क्वेश्चन
Nano,
इज इट वर्थ इट
post-plant days.
Okay, a little kill from the flank though. It's a bit of pressure. Freeing will come back in through the middle, and RQ will be a little bit paranoid as well.
आपको सिमर ऑफ द ईयर मिलना चाहिए एंड में आपका डेडिकेशन के लिए नहीं रे ये सब मेरे को कुछ
So a bit
नहीं
more responsibility on for
Subscribers,
Jenkins. And at least
award.
break down the wall, but it doesn't quite go through. Hunter's Fury tracks on over, and you've got Xpero coming out with the flank now. Spots out a couple more targets and looks to play around the time, but Flashback crouches in, gets the kill. Hyunmin sticks the defuse. DRX are back on the board.
Oh, they get through the Hunter's Fury and all the extra utility. Xpero tries to lob out that Nano. A little bit of a commitment to the fight. You want to get them off it by the position.
थोड़ा सा वेट कर दो
You
ना
can't get out of shock
सो
dart.
के लिए
It's
लेकिन आई
already
थिंक
been
वो
half
लोग ने
defused. He had 2 of them
सोचा एक और
available.
मार देंगे
I'm thinking to myself, Kushi doesn't shy away from playing a Sova agent. Thought to myself that he's going to have these lineups as well, but just away from things in the
कोई
garage.
बताएगा कौन सा पेज नहीं
Very
मिला
well
आई थिंक
protected by
वीसीटी
Flashback.
ऑफिशियल पेज पे
Needing to dig deep for that 4K. But it's job not done just yet. Guns are plenty again from RRQ. Getting aggressive. We never saw this from
आयो
I mean, from RRQ, sorry. They didn't need to.
अरे फ्री किल था
So the fact that DRX are going for it, some signs of life.
RQ aware though.
who are you
Will stay
supporting
safe away from it.
आरआर
Now
क्यों
thinking back to go
10
back
पे
through
ना
it to B side potentially.
हाँ
Well, the Outlaw actually
मीटर पे डांस
going to be quite interesting to see for Xferro here too.
No
Right,
idea.
flashback. Marco
No idea.
freeing. One shot available, and you will die to that gun. A minute to go. RRQ now getting closer towards this A site.
Freeing. Just trying to watch for the angles while the rest
पता
of
नहीं रे
RQ
संजय
continue to push up. Straight up trying to play slow against them. But Jemkin gets ahead. Elevation though, and Hyunmin will surprise
वेट
Jemkin.
बोलते
You're going to have to get down off that angle. Now a lot of this utility starts to come in. You know it's going to be an A ending from RRQ. Very far forward with their forces. Crazy guy. Can't get a res out here. Firing a kill.
Needing to push up, but it's not quite happening just
Shot
yet. There we go.
You will not
Res in.
kill my ally.
20 seconds, 4v4.
And DRX
Oh,
continue to
shit.
dump utility just to stall and prevent them from going through. The wall comes up though, and Hyunmin looks to
अरे
get ahead of
अरे
it.
10 seconds.
More angles, no spike just yet. Crazy guy trying to stick it now, but he's stuck in a 1v3. The angles not
अरे
supporting. He will get off just in time for one more kill, but after that, the ropes play, and it's going to be Mako
बाप रे
dumping down onto him.
I mean, the defuse does come down.
Win
but
is
really,
a
what
win,
does that
chat.
do for
10-6.
RRQ? Retake's looking good for DRX.
ये last round,
Everybody
अगर ये
getting a
round
piece of
जीत
the pie.
गए,
Everyone hitting
तो
some
comeback है,
shots
वरना
as
लग गया।
well. From Hyunmin to Marco, and a collective effort. Getting what they need to do in the round to keep holding on and reset the economy
इंडिया
as
में
well
जो
of
मूवी आने वाला है
RRQ.
90 में
Now, I
कट
do
है
wonder.
वायरल से इसलिए तो
4
ट्राई
rounds
करना
by the
देखने का
wayside.
ठीक है
It'd be timeout territory if RRQ lose their next gun round, and the best chance for DRX to start to come back into this map on this defensive side. Party mix buy here to come in from RRQ now. Outlaw again present, and still worrisome for Marco.
One
for
away
freeing.
from ult.
Cannot give options over to
भाई
this
मैं
online
डिफेंसिव बन गया क्या
Xferro.
चैट
You would
कुछ
assume
miss
will
किया
play
क्या
from the
अपन ने?
belt with silent drop on the turret.
लास्ट टाइम तक तो अटैकिंग था
And again, just creeping up to this A site. Estrella, jiggle peeking from a deeper spot and freeing droning to secure some information, but nothing close. Too deep of a drone. Nothing confirmed.
मतलब लास्ट मैच देखा थोड़ा क्रेजी शॉट देखा बे
Into this site.
लेव के
Little warning shots though, just to bait the utility out.
पागल हो गई थी भाई लेव
slow orbs and everything. And RQ waited out. Ooh, crazy guy. It's Xpero and he gets a shot through. Cushy now chiming in. And all of DRX begin to fan out their open targets for RRQ. Just Hyunmin.
Not the gun that you want, by the way, too. An operator 1 versus 3.
Oh, he's gonna have to keep trying anyway. Stuck in a
Drone.
terrible position. Spotted out. Pulls out the knives to try to get away.
You're just going to save here. You just have to save. That is a blunder
ये
for
round
DRX
कैसे
in
हारे
its entirety.
भाई?
A deep drone from Freeing, not confirming how close they are, playing outside of the attacking side nest. Had that been, you know, a maze drone instead, could go deep, could reveal the information. You're getting up close and personal. I mean, I'm looking at the
DRX
spot, playing from
actual
back dice from Marco, I think it was. Maybe it was Australia. Can't exactly remember. The point in play.
Unlosable rounds lose कर रहे हैं ना?
Xfero across. Recognizing the team is very close. Too many numbers. Already getting in towards the side. I mean, there's just too much space given over to RRQ there. Too much space that they capitalize upon.
Visit Pacific.
Catch it in the replays as well. Look how close all the kills are in the site, right? This here was
बहुत scroll करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि वो लोग
he was the one that would have spotted them out on the road from behind that wall. They get on towards top 410. They have 3 members essentially that can peek the same angle together. There's no way you're really winning that duel, barring just a immaculate spray transfer and whiffages to come through from RRQ. I'm talking about if you're losing your next rifle round as RRQ, a timeout to come out. Well, how about they just Thrifty and DRX need a discussion, dropping their second timeout now.
एक काम करो ना मैं रिपोस्ट करता हूँ.
Certainly was not expecting that to go through, but RQ managed to pull it out of the bag. One more loss and it will be RQ up to map point on their map pick.
Hey Delos, कैसे हो नर भाई?
About the next map just yet, right? It's
if RRQ loses, then GE qualify for champs. No, I think RRQ has to lose.
Have a chance to get to champions.
Lower
with
bracket
victory here.
नहीं उसका भी है रे.
DRX.
Talent का भी कुछ सीन है.
The team with a caveat if they lose. But they need the planets to align for that one for sure. For RRQ. A taste at Toronto.
Hey Delos, Binks bhai, how's you सब बढ़िया?
After yesterday's performance.
ना लिया हाँ, उठते ही.
And so far so good on map number 1 of their own. Can they close it? Right here. Easily.
Talent out of top 2 as well, yes.
Or do we get a little bit more meat to this map?
Basically, दोनों मैच हारना पड़ेगा Talent को.
Meat is definitely what DRX is
बहुत
hoping
ifs and
for.
buts है.
An op shot now just to scare off
मान के चलो लग गए.
Indonesian squad.
Oh, this time over on the A side as well, getting a little bit more forward with Freeing and with Australia.
Talent को 2 मैच हारना पड़ेगा. ये भी तो हारना पड़ेगा ना.
Utility there. Destruction of the turret.
200 Mercedes यार. Love you got excuse me.
Operator shot from Hyunmin missed as well.
भाई GG हो गया यार. Bro, GG हो गया.
Now just getting shut down as soon as they peek
और जिससे आपसे खेल रहे हैं ना.
Coming through though.
Really good timing with that nano swarm lineup to destroy the turret.
अभी सब इसके ऊपर है Marco के
And now
ऊपर.
Marco on the bottom of this one-way smoke.
Again, he doesn't really have much to bail him out. Just has to run away.
Gonna have to be a Freeing Hunter's Fury angle to just throw some wonkiness in this round.
Oh no!
Missed it.
The first beam.
And the second and the third, no damage.
Now RQ just sit pretty with the spike planted.
X-Rider bye. Thank you for the 200 million today.
Snake bite, shock dart, a nano swarm.
भाई पूरा मिस हुआ भाई. Delay भी.
With a shock, with a recon. And with a wild shot on Xfero.
अब बचाएगा?
You will not.
ये ले
And
रहे.
the rest coming back through, but Mako just swings wildly across. Now RQ trying to hold up around yellow. Jemkin, couple of shots, but has to hunker down for a bit more.
Oh my
Another support kill, and it's gonna be Cushy who brings the round up. It's RRQ to map point.
Oh, they get it done yet again. When they're into the B side, they're in a post-plant position. It doesn't really matter that Xfero loses his life. The resurrection is there. They break the first chunk of the barrier. Get an angle, get some eyes on the spike. And yes, there's operator shots and collective kills from DRX, but it is just not enough. I highlighted earlier, I want to see what Hyunmin can do around yellow, what Jemkin can do around yellow. And he's delivered there. Is that the decisive blow to come through from RRQ? Are they going to close this map in a really convincing style?
Oh,
that is the first one done.
could very
अल्ट
well
वाला
be
इससे पिक लिया किसके कांटेक्ट में लेता
a lot more kills as well. The writing's in the sand.
Getting out the wall, noted by the dart, freeing position here too.
They just quickly deal with it.
Lockdown for lockdown.
And then Crazy Guy to get shut down. Some legs in the race for DRX as they back off away out of this range, but still that will be RQ pushing up.
They got 2 kills. That is absolutely enormous for RQ. They've got so much time on the clock. They can settle a little bit. Marco on a hunt with flashback, but they can't go too far forward anymore.
Oh shit!
Oh, still trying to flush Mako out of position. He sits in the snake bite way too low.
And he slithers on out. That is so lucky. The spike is down.
Just wait off the toxic screen as RRQ.
30 seconds.
Oh, and there they go. Cloudburst for cover. The whole team pushes on up. Mako with flashback though.
भाई
Up with
निकाल लिया.
Elevation Sparrow. Mako
Flashback ने
playoff
निकाल
contact.
लिया
DRX
बाप.
hanging by a thread, but they
बच
survive.
गया.
Oh, that thread is there, but they've got the scissors at the ready. RRQ, it comes so close in that one. I get the idea to push, to go forward, to contest in that
भाई
lockdown. Get
चारों
some kills,
डिटेन थे
put
बे.
yourself in better favor, but a slight overcommitment. 3 seconds and they're still deep in towards the site before the lockdown pops. Catching 4, giving a slight little blessing over towards DRX, but it's the shots that needed to be found from them there. Marco flashback holding.
फिर से
5 to go
अभी तो खुशी का
on
भी
this
अल्ट है
comeback of 6.
भसड़ के लिए.
It's early days, but that's the way. Jemkin down, traded for freeing. We're swapping
अरे
agent for agent.
विकास सेज
Oh,
मरा.
there's a shot from Crazy Guy
So
all of a sudden too.
Hyunmin gone. No res available on either side
Okay.
too, so jet for jet, Sova for Sova. And now
Okay.
Killjoy for Killjoy.
कैसे मरा
Just
उसने?
going in for the brawls,
3v3.
I guess.
Talk about a mirror match.
Estrada still looking for the timing on this.
अरे बाप.
With RQ, there's a
पड़ी.
whole firing squad marking down positions. It's gonna be a
Oh,
little
or
bit
to a
tougher to
backside.
deploy your utility. They just continue to
Ek.
push into him. He gets one. Mako trades.
1v1,
That was
1v1.
a 1v1.
Crazy guy has self-heal as well.
पीछे निकलेगा वो.
Marco does not. Does he invest the pit here, Quack? That's the question. You need to give yourself a lifeline here, but Crazy guy.
Laser around the corner. Surely Mako
बहुत
anticipates
टाइम है
it.
बहुत टाइम है.
Just expecting him to push. For Crazy guy to make the first move.
Mako gets close enough.
अरे ये क्या मेरी आंखें?
Pit angle right. He's falling on back.
कैसे फॉलो करूं?
Marco, time ticking. Of
Oh.
course, not half.
बाप रे,
not
intense
half
हो रहा है ये
the
game.
corner that he possibly can.
Crazy Guy spots him.
अरे भाई,
he's
किसने
so
किसको
low.
मारा?
5 HP and Mako has to make a move. That's when Crazy Guy strikes.
मेरा
and
राइट
RQ
टैक
close
राइट
out the
साइड देख
first
रहा था
half in
लेफ्ट
style.
लेफ्ट साइड
It's
देख रहा था
13
बहन
to
किधर
7.
देखूं भाई मैं?
Very, very convincing performance
Huh?
from RRQ, especially in that first half.
मेरी आंखें.
Lion's share of rounds coming on through.
भाई
they could have
RRQ
ended it
जीता
a
बे.
bit cleaner. 8-4. Still a really, really good scoreline from them, but I thought we were looking, you know, down the barrel of like a 9-3
DRX.
when that one round comes through from
कितनी
DRX
बाप
at the
टीम
very end
बाहर
of
होने
the
वाली
half
है?
for the switch up. And RRQ collecting both pistols in this series and a gorgeous amount of rifle rounds as well. Leads in for a very convincing
इसमें
Icebox.
एक्सपीरियंस मिले.
Some very
टैलेंट थर्ड आई
convincing
तो 4
goals
पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे
from
और
Crazy Guy.
जंजी से
Yet again,
ज्यादा
with the way
जाएंगे.
this
तो
team are
एक्सप्लेन क्या
positioning
करूं?
around the map, getting dirty in the duels. They have each other's back. We saw it yesterday. They are continuing, albeit, dare I say it, to be
तुझे
Korean
ऐसा
players
बक्से
here
भी करेगा
in
ना
BCT
पट
Pacific.
से ऐड होएगा.
We still might have a couple more maps to go before we confirm that statement, but right now, certainly on this Icebox, RRQ are proving to be just that. You saw it with Crazy Guy and the calling, and how that entire first half played.
RRQ जीती
Yeah,
तो
they're very bold
प्लेऑफ.
with it here on the Frozy map of Icebox,
Already
but we're going to
playoffs में है
change
शायद
things up.
RRQ.
We're going
क्या
to add a little
score
bit
है
of
RRQ का?
spice.
2-2 है ना?
Corrode is around the corner. One of the newer maps, the newer map, into the pool.
तुम
And
लोग
it
थोड़े
was a
से
map that
पागल हो
DRX
गए. ऑलरेडी
first came
प्लेऑफ
out
चल
with.
रहा
They
है.
were bold with their choice against Gen G.
व्हाट्स हेड
They
दो उसको.
looked lost in that installment. Have they learnt from then? Sure.
भाई मैं
let's
आपको
call it that.
देखने के बाद
But
स्टार्ट
now
किया
their
वैलो
journey
खेलने का अभी
may be out of
प्लास्टिक
their
रैंक को.
hands.
एक्सक्यूज
One
मी.
more map for RRQ.
मेरे को
Let's
मैं
send
वही
us to
सोचा
see
क्या
what they
पॉइंट्स.
think.
ब्रेन लैग्स हो गया बे, ब्रेन लैग्स.
RRQ managed to take Icebox from DRX. It looks like it
Very
took a
structured
little
match हो गया
while
उसका,
for
अभी नहीं
DRX
है.
players to warm up a little bit. They were starting to get some ground in the
थोड़ा
later
हाइट तो
half,
ब्रेन लैग
in
चल
the
रहा है
later
मेरा.
round.
मेरा भी बे, एक तो
However,
ऐसा
RRQ
आंखों की वजह
clearly
से
was
देखा
just
था मैंने.
way too ahead
उसके
for
बाद
them
ये
to catch
क्वेश्चन
up.
है,
Yeah, I
हेवी
think the
ब्रेन
first
लैग.
half really decides this. Honestly, I'm quite surprised.
जापान
that
कब
we
जा
saw
रहे हो?
DRX
27
start
10
on
दिन
that
बेबे,
attack.
10 दिन
In
में.
this mirror composition with the
रुक जा,
Sage, this
पंखों
is
से
a
गाली खा के आया
defender-sided
मैं.
map. You're so good at those retakes, so I was surprised to see that. That coupled with
I
that
know.
double pistol, I think was too much for DRX.
You can see the post plans, very difficult for either one of these teams to be very successful converting, but RRQ had the better of the two on the attacking side. DRX, you really want to see them be able to try to convert some more of those post plans. It is very hard, of course, to deal with the Sage retaking and the wall going up. Stopping some of those retakes on this map is very difficult, and it was a key success factor for RRQ. The amount of rounds on defense that these guys just charged back into the site and won all of the duels. It was incredible, and you see it right there on your screen. I mean, Kushi has been a big question mark for this RRQ squad, but this was the map that was needed. Mentioning yesterday, in that lower bracket game, Kushi on the first map went completely missing. Today, it's a different story from him. He just drops 300 ACS on the Sova, and he's back to that kickoff form that made him a potential Rookie of the Year candidate.
Yeah, absolutely. Kushi, definitely the hero for RRQ on this map. And I think on the side of DRX, you kind of felt their confidence really crumble. It wasn't that high to begin with. They knew they were coming off of a really, really bad loss to Talon. Suddenly here in this map, they took a while to get going, and you could really see how like one shot, just the first few seconds of that round, they were too scared to actually fight back. They weren't taking duels that they otherwise would.
I mean, RRQ are the team coming in with all of the momentum after their win yesterday, and now they're only one map away from going to Champions Paris. And not only does this knock DRX out of the playoffs, it gives Gen G that one final kick when they're already down, and that you rule them out of Champs qualification.
Yeah, it's all connected at this point. Each team is affecting another team, but we really do have to give it to RRQ because we have some highlights here on the side of Kushi because of how powerful he was in this map. He was just really owning it. He was feeling it.
Yeah, absolutely. He came up absolutely clutch for RRQ on the Sova here. You can see a number of these post-plant situations where he's able to multi-frag, because think about what the Sova does for you. You're throwing out a drone, people are scaling out in front of you, or you're darting on into the site, and then you're kind of the guy in the middle of the pack, both on defense and attack, completing these retakes. And when you're as sharp as this, when you're a real shooter in these post plants, sitting back yellow, you're coming out rafters and you're multi-fragging, winning every duel, that's where he's going to be putting up numbers, and it was good for every single one of those situations.
Yeah, I mean, now is the perfect time to see Kushi back playing in insane form. Remember at the start of the year just how good he was, but stage 2 has not been good for him. This has been his worst stage of his rookie year. We've been talking about it on this desk. When is he going to come back? When are we going to see prime Kushi again? And this game was it.
Well, yeah, he's going to come back when it matters the most.
Yeah.
For this match versus DRX, Kushi definitely the MVP of that map. Now, I think on the side of RRQ as well, you could really see the complete opposite. If DRX did lose a lot of that confidence, you saw RRQ, even though they were down, they weren't afraid to actually just still go forward. And I think it was really spearheaded by Crazy Guy, who
He played great.
living up to his name, by the way. He is like, no, I'm on the stage. I will take this duel, and I'll take 3 more if I have to.
On the stage is where I wish there was a microphone. I wish you guys at home could hear how loud he is, how assertive he is in this leadership role. He is consistently being the loudest voice on RRQ, driving the force, and it's not even just like, hey guys, let's go. Hey, it's literally like, let's go right side, let's swing together. Yeah. He's calling the swing time, he's calling the post plan, he's telling people to be disciplined. He is directing the entire macro game at every single point in the round and putting frags together on the board. Do you have any idea how taxing that is on your nervous system to be switched on at every second of the round?
He is micromanaging every single thing, and he's putting up the numbers as well. You really have to give it to him, the beast from the east. He is definitely the game changer, I feel, for RRQ here. Now we are going into the second map. It is going to be Corrode. I wonder if this means DRX can manage to make that comeback.
Yeah, so DRX
एक और मैप जीता तो RRQ in champs, baby.
Comp swapping to be that double duelist. DRX know this, but it's RRQ gonna change it? Are they gonna go back? I mean, this is a team that are unpredictable.
Yeah, to summarize this, I mean, TRX, they comp swapped. You saw
भाई
that
कौन सा
initial
comp
comp
अच्छा है
go
बता,
horribly
Vice Europe.
against Gen G in the opener, but
नहीं,
that was
Vice
early
Neon,
days
Vice
on
Neon,
Corrode.
Vice
The second
Neon,
comp
Vice
went a lot
Neon.
better for them. They got a dub for RRQ. Both Corrode and
Vice
Ascent
Neon.
is similar stories for me. They
क्यूट
can't
लग रहे बंक्स
decide
भाई
on a
आज
comp. They're not
आपके
quite
जैसे यंग कैसे
comfortable
दिखे
with their
टिप्स
playstyle.
दिन का
They
3
continue
घंटा
to
सो
change
4
it
घंटा
up.
बस
They've landed on a winner yesterday, a very dominant win
हाँ,
on
अरे
Corrode.
बाल में से जो
Double
फूल
comp.
चिपका है
They
ना
start out
तुमने
defense first, and
वो हाथ
DRX
में
is
रख
going to be aware of that. They've already watched the film, they've already watched the tape. They know what they're going to expect from RRQ, so it's really just a
कैसा है
question
नो
of
मर्सी
with this comp that they're running. They've got a lot of util. It's a bit of a slower comp from DRX, who are going to have to
Are
start
you
on
ready
this
for
attacking
today's
side.
premier matches?
Are they going to be able to
Carry
shut
करना मैं
down
नींद में
the waylay on these info lines? You know, Chemkin on these off angles, Monya sliding at you with the set plays that the Neon is going to be running it. Because as you're moving through the map, you're going to be disrupted. RRQ is going to get in your face, and if you can't deal with that, I'm sorry, but you're going to be out of the playoffs here in Pacific, and RRQ is going to
This
Champions.
is
Yeah, you gotta
already
wonder
easy
if
carry
yesterday's
ठीक है
match, you know, revealed a lot, and
Gen G
maybe
qualify
Gen
for
G
champs?
did
Nice.
DRX a
Nice.
favor here by letting RQ just lay out their cards. And when it comes to prep, you know that DRX really does do their homework, and they're gonna expect every single
पंकु का शॉपिंग का सामान आया था, ठीक है मैंने रखा था, मैंने उसको बोला उधर ही रखा है, जगह पे ऐसा घूम रही है, जगह पे ऐसा राउंड मारा बोलती मैं अंधी हूं, मेरे को दिख नहीं रहा है हाँ
In two of
इधर
these
उधर
maps, when
देखने की
they're
जगह
playing
पे
assertively, they're trusting their game plan. You see them flying into the
हालत
site on the
बहुत
attacking
खराब
side.
है
War goes up, Yummin's getting entries everywhere, Marco's on the lurk. Where was that on Icebox? If
अंधी हूं
these
मैं
players don't switch on and they're not this assertive, quick kind of pace team that makes these snappy decisions and this perfect synchronization with each other,
Cute
then
day.
they're just going to get rolled over by
Heavy
RRQ
cute.
with the double duelist here.
I mean, RRQ just have so much momentum. They must feel like they were chosen to run this lower bracket at this point after what
RRQ
happened
का
yesterday.
चूचू ट्रेन
You're
चल
totally
रहा है
right. I
मतलब
think now DRX's backs are truly against the wall. They have to win this map too if they want to keep rolling into the playoffs. Otherwise, Champs qualification gets very tricky and you're not in control of your own destiny anymore.
Definitely. Again,
वापस
this
Ipsen
series
Bucks.
is so important because the winner of this qualifies to Champions Paris. And it looks as though RRQ
W,
they're just that much
W,
further ahead
W.
than DRX at this point. But this is Corrode. This is going to be DRX's map pick.
It is. RRQ have opted to start out on the defensive
आज
side.
premier
They
है
want to
कल
put the wall up, but you
लोग
know,
तो बोल रहे हैं आज
maybe
है
not necessarily just play a traditional defense. They want to
Saturday,
get
आज है
aggressive with this double duelist. They want to take their
आज है
fate into their own hands and qualify for Champions Paris with a win on their opponent's map pick here.
DRX also playing what we would
इतना
expect.
thumbnail
from
बना रहा है
them.
डिस्काउंट देना
The
और गांड
highlight
लगी
flashback here. Normally it's the job of the Sentinel to slow down these duelists, but he's going to have a very hard time. They can get up over that wall, move fast through his razor vines. I need to see him sharp. We
Corrode
have
तो
to put
RRQ का
bullets
अच्छा है
in
ना?
the
नहीं,
head of this
DRX
double
हो गया।
duelist.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep an eye on
DRX
Crazy
का
Guy as
main
well.
map
This guy was clutching round after round on this map yesterday.
Oh, RRQ, they
Pam,
can
pam,
feel it.
pam,
It is
pam,
so
pam,
close.
pam,
And for
pam,
DRX,
pam,
they need
pam,
to make this
pam,
comeback.
pam,
If
by
they have
vibes
any
on
chance at
top
all,
है, अगर
this
पिस्तूला
could be
जीते,
for Champions Paris. We are
RRQ,
stepping into Corrode
momentum
with
मिला।
Veto and Quack.
तो लग गए रे
Looking to spice things up with something more corrosive on this map. Let's see if DRX will indeed give us the comeback that they so are looking for.
Oh, well, they are certainly
कितना
on the
नंबर
back
चाहिए
foot,
चलो
aren't they?
पहले
Not
ही
even a
है
real close scoreline on Icebox. Outmaneuvered in pretty much every turning point by RRQ. I'll even add to the fact that Jemkin and Monyet were bottom fragging for
टेंज भाई
RRQ.
को जिंक्स का पावर
That
दिखाना
says a
एक्सक्यूज
statement
मी
that they still come away with a scoreline such as that. So Corrode right now, DRX have a lot to do, starting on this attacking side. Up through mid, at least for now, but a lot of bullets peppered their way.
Yeah, so exposed. The relay bolting and collapsing
Lag
into
gaye,
them.
bhai.
Still, though,
Lag
you've
gaye.
got the paranoia sent up by Mako and a
RRQ
decent
ke,
shot
RRQ
for
ke.
Straya to try to hold things back. Hyunmin just jumping across. Jemkin still firing shots, but he's way too low now. Has to hang back. Xfero suffers a shot.
Good shot
Bro
from flashback, a necessary one in my
Xfero को
mind.
कैसे
but
मारा?
Jemkin, Crazy guy.
भाई 20
There's a
एचपी पे
refract
कैसे
still
मार रहे
available.
भाई ये
Australia's low too.
24, though. It's the ghosts in the opponent's hands, so still lethal.
The leaders both alive.
And a haunt that just came back, too. Thinking to send it across. You've got the smokes up around the spike, but flashback up above.
अरे रिवील हो
Just a
गया
second of
He mentioned the haunt for good reason.
ऐसे टैग हो
Gets a good start at the
29
end on towards Jemkin. The pistol round goes DRX's way, up the guts of mid. Bit more of a scrappier one for sure, but it's all good. But they come away with something that they escaped them in the previous map.
वो
And a
kill
lot
बहुत
throughout the
crucial था
stage
भाई.
as well, to be completely honest with you. The Corrode pistol from RRQ on the defense, just not getting the job done.
अटैक मैप पे या डिफेंस मैप पे लोग बोलते डिफेंस है.
Leaned it up for some B-side
मैं बोलता हूँ
plays
attack
on
है.
the pistol rounds, changing for adaptations with what DRX throw their way down mid in that time. Feels like every installment we've seen from RRQ, a different pistol on defense so far. Now an opportunity for DRX to double down. First shot. Good.
W.
Cushy down. Just against the classic pistols. Keep to the long lanes.
क्या है ना लेकिन ये मैप
Good look.
दो
100%
मैप हो
this
गया.
one.
एक लोटस जिसमें
Shots
रबल
back up
लेना
as well.
बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और ये किए
DRX
जिसमें
still
मिड
looking
लेना
for
बहुत
targets.
इंपॉर्टेंट है.
Now down to a minute left.
Yep.
Spotting out 2 around A.
Hear that, Marshall? Don't want to play into that. You're looking for a lurk in this sort of spot together as a team. You're looking for the pistol player. Essentially, that's flashback over at the B side of the map. Eventually, the call to be made to go to this A site.
आपकी शादी कैसे हुई?
Where
मस्त
Lanyet
हुई.
does start to rotate over towards as well. So the idea that this is going to end with 30 seconds at this A site is going to come into play. Utility confirms it. This is a situation that actually could be thriftyable for
तीन
RRQ.
बंदे हैं.
Uh-oh. Just making a fight. As DRX, you wait out the flash. Saturate comes in, though, and then Jemkin looking for shots! He's got the trap ball! What are those taps? Mako needing to pick it all up now. He has to watch out for players around these corners, trying to slice the pie. The snake bite flushes him out of position, and flashback with just a ghost. He gets thriftied. RRQ pull off the unimaginable again.
What did I say? I'm not a prophet. I shouldn't be able to say the thing that happened in the server. No time left on the clock. Yet again, it's a problem for DRX. It's what happened on Icebox.
ये क्या वैंडल चला है जमकिन ने? ये ले वैंडल, ये ले वैंडल, ये ले वैंडल.
Yesterday's performances. How much of a problem? A hinder
भाई हमारा तो नहीं चलता ऐसा.
time again. I was saying it. I'm so impressed with how he plays the waylay around this squad. How he uses
बाप
this utility.
रे क्या
You can
मारा है
shoot with that. He
बे.
catches 3 in an eco, a classic, a free gun.
Now, thanks to that, you're buying up in full while DRX, party mix, if you want to call it that.
Stingers at a frenzy and some classics to try and answer
भाई
back.
गलत बे गलत. कलम एम हाँ.
Stock rounds.
कलम एम बराबर ईशान भाई.
Sets yourselves up for RRQ right now to get some better strength on this defensive side. A map that when it first came out was so defensive sided. A lot of teams globally.
But RRQ
recognizing
classic
some
is
things on the
differently.
attack,
Hello.
though, starting to
Wait
make it a
until
little
G
bit more
classic
workable and
arrives.
manageable. Especially when you utilize mid in this map. So yeah, have some good strength for a lot of teams, especially on the teams that look to run these siege
I got
comps
your
as well.
back.
None of these, of course, doing that just yet. Maybe
Hello,
some
Bunks, but
time
hello.
Getting away from that, but 50 seconds to go. It's DRX,
आपको देख के मुझे नींद आ रही है. सो जाओ
A
अच्छे से.
B-side
Excuse
play.
me.
but they need their forces to really get
So
up
के
close
तो
and
उठा ना.
personal with these weapons.
Currently being marked by Cushy. The C's somewhat early, so still a chance to get within range. There they go. Stingers ripped a piece, and it will be Mako getting the final one.
As I said, up close and personal.
इसको नॉर्मल गेम खेलने का मन है क्या? नॉर्मल गेम कि मतलब इनके पास अगर पैसा वैसा है, पोजीशन है तो ये लोग जीतेगा. ऐसा कुछ गेम देखने मिलेगा?
And then throw in, they pilfer all of the weapons.
As RRQ makes more noise.
देखा मिड ने लिया हार
All
गया.
the angles, Mako will swing.
देखा ना?
At that point.
Can't do this one. as
देखा ना
Jensen,
मिड ने लिया हार गया.
unfortunately.
देखा ना?
Not going to top deck the right card here.
Just tries to go for it.
Looking for some damage at least. Remove a couple of these weapons that are stolen by DRX. There's one. Hey, shooting the floor instead of the gun, but it's fine. Parallel, we're just going to drifty on back. All right, it's like Icebox. We're going to go a little bit here, a little bit there, and then maybe one team to run away.
Could be DRX now. Think about it, but
Maybe. Never know. That would be
दिल तुम्हारे जी में बिल
Tilto
होए.
as a coach to
क्या ये?
witness in both occurrences. Second round and
डिलीट
third
किया
round
मैंने.
here.
सॉरी गलती से पढ़ लिया. Sorry mod.
Feel like had he been here, probably would have heard Alex from where we are.
it's Ewok. and Termi.
प्रोफिलर एसिडल लाने
explosive.
से कुछ मैंने पहले से ही देख रहा हूँ
vocal-wise.
आज कहाँ तक पहुँच गया
Operator of
love
Jemkin,
you
Verdi
Nitin
pass
bye
online as well. Back to the norm, if you consider it. DRX getting the pistol, and then let's say RRQ won the bonus
ठीक है
round.
mid है mid
Let's
है
just handshake that duel of the Thrifties. Cushy though, the piggy bank.
एक
Just down to the
स्टिंगर एक
sheriff.
शेरिफ दो फैंटम एक ऑप
And again, a really slow start for DRX in
ये
the
कौन
beginning.
सा बाई है
What a
पता
space
नहीं
that Jem can find here. Can freeing
लग
remove
गया
his head.
Jem
No, the answer is no. You've lost your Viper. You've lost your mid-wall cut across the map now. Kind of pushes your forces to this B site. Not contending with an operator at A that is so potent.
भाई मैं सिर्फ गाली खाने के लिए वॉच पार्टी
Becomes a
करता हूँ
retake. I
क्या
mean, Jem can with the pass.
सिर्फ गाली खाने के लिए वॉच पार्टी करता हूँ मैं
And this is the site where there are 2 Phantoms as well. Relay Bolt sent in. Hyunmin tries to stay out of it. But the barrel quickly spotted by Monyen, and he just hunkers down for the 3rd.
And they expect the
अभी ये
double
लोग ने
TP to
flawless
go
मार
in
दिया
towards the tower as well. We've seen that a couple of times before in history. We've seen it from a team like RRQ when it comes to Haven. Up the guts of mid, double
आपको
TP into B, make it
क्या
a
था
good round
बुजुर्ग के
work.
आपकी स्ट्रीम्स पर बेटर रहता हूँ लव यू अकाने बाय
This round
लव
with the
यू
operator, there is a reason that
सबको देख
this
सकते हो
team
लेकिन एक
has the
सब
most
saying multiple
operator
times
purchases and the most operator successes.
क्योंकि अब
And
वीजा
you
है
wanna
तो
know why, Quack?
27
You
को
wanna know
है
why? Because it's the named
बस वीजा
Jemkin.
से गांड पट रही है
With the shop.
He just touches
होगा
that
5 है
weapon
कब पता नहीं
and it's gold.
Well,
नेक्स्ट
challenged
वीक
a
बोला है
little bit
वीजा
by
आएगा
utility.
Prowler on. Does get broken, but it locked onto the prey for a little bit. If RRQ are aware of that, they know that Link is exposed. And I can already see the jiggling from Marco, having to be careful for the allocation of Jemkin's crosshair. But there's no one in main currently either. DRX, no forward positions there. Gotta have a little bit more of a forward think to how they want to look to close this one. Australia now pretty much out of utility, waiting for the Haunt to come back online. There is a seize, but he's going to call something for the team here. Is it going to be another bit to go up mid and towards the B site for where Flashback is hanging around?
मिड नहीं है
Well,
जो
that's
मिड
where
लेता है वो
Monyen will come in to
जीतता है
investigate.
हेलो
Confirming information though is Monye. That could be worth its weight in gold bar the operator, which is not going to be here around this B site.
Oh, looks to play it safe. Relay Bolt to stun and slow them up.
Already realizing as well that the site can be quickly overwhelmed by this Link play, so just disconnecting his
लग
RRQ.
गए
Gonna be happy if it goes into a bit of a retake spot. You might think plant down,
लग
5v5, operator still
गए
Jemkin, other side of the map, in another universe, out of play essentially here. The team needs to do the effort.
All Australia needs is 1 for the Nightfall, 2. All the positions are in place for DRX. RQ trying to set it up, especially with Paranoia.
Noted.
Jemkin might be in for a world of hurts. Yeah, that's the saturate still though. Buys a bit more time for the rest
भाई
of the team.
हाँ
to get
लेकिन
into
टाइम
sight.
भाई क्या
There
उसके
they will.
एबिलिटी ने
Flashback hiding around the back, especially with the toxic screen in his face. But Cushy not landing the flick. Now DRX feeling a lot more comfortable. Spring swings out.
Oh,
Xfero though taking
shit.
the shot. 1v1 Flashback has a potential angle for the wall bank. Slips on across and finds the 3K to convert it to a round win.
Oh, no time at the end to run away either. He's going to sacrifice himself, but DRX managed to get the round
क्या
backwards and
चल
forwards.
रहा है
We keep
भाई
on
एक
going
तेरा एक
around the
मेरा
roundabout. A very passive
क्या
retake to
चल
come
रहा है
through
भाई?
from RRQ. Very delayed. Can't help but wonder what happens if they go a little bit earlier and just let Jemkin still play off yonder. If it draws some more attention from middle, away from middle, you know, allowing potentially freeing to get caught instead of catching.
क्या फाइट कर रहे हैं भी लेकिन मजा आ रहा
Timeout from RRQ.
ये होता है एक
Earliest
चैंपियन
one so far
क्वालिफाई
today.
करने वाली
RRQ
मैच
didn't even
एक
take
तेरा
any over
एक
on the
मेरा
previous map, right? Just DRX, so trying to realize things early on this map. Some good things from both teams, sure. Some bad things from
मिड
both
फाइट
teams,
क्या बोल
yeah,
रहे हो
sure.
जब नियॉन स्टन मार
The
रहे इतना
nature
अच्छा
of the
मार रहे
game.
हो, तो तुम लोग पुश करके मार सकते हो नियॉन यहाँ से मार सकते हो
It's also just
तुम लोग
a lot
एबिलिटी
of
डाल रहे हो
utility
वेस्ट हो
coming
रहे हो
up from
एबिलिटी
RQ,
पे
get proactive on
फोकस
this
करो कि
defense.
एबिलिटी के अराउंड
Well,
कैसे
I mean,
खेला
if you want to
जाएगा
talk about proactivity, mid has been a bit of a pressure point for them. DRX are getting there, getting through all this utility and then looking to
क्या लिखा
scale
है
up.
ये DRX का फैन है
There's some
T1
options
लिखा है
here if they
उसको
want to try and adjust. Going a little bit more focal in towards mid, perhaps. An operator, you know, you understand, can lock down a long line for Jemkin, but when you look in this new round,
कल मार्केट में टोनी
it's the
टोनी
reset
चॉपर
scenario.
का
If
ऑफिशियल
RRQ do
खुशी
lose this
मिल
one,
गया 100
that's the
रुपए में.
same thing for DRX, essentially, right?
तेरे को
We've got
लगता है वो
no
ऑफिशियल
security
है?
in the bank. So this is quite the important round. Access to a couple of ults as well. We do indeed get a little bit more mid occurrence, just for a little bit from RRQ.
DRX playing cautious right after the timeout too.
Well, they're kind of just falling back onto what they normally do. Calculated and methodical plays. Ooh. But I think you need to get a little bit more hungry for things in the server here, being a map down.
There.
Speaking about hunger, Jemkin lining up his prey.
Down by the mid cross.
Oh,
yeah, the toxic screen, trying to get ahead of it.
Really well organized by DRX to do that one together as a team, and that crazy guy, he's going to falter too.
By
this is looking much better for DRX into this A site.
I've seen enough. I've seen enough.
But the
Map 3.
Calling it. See the nightfall, see the positions already found. If you recognize that no one's home here as DRX, you don't need to invest any more of these ultimates too. Should as well. Just
Save करना है ना, किधर जा रहा है मोनी?
It's going to be a save here for RRQ. They will get the operator, so they can give the next round another go. And that's going to be a
Binks are big fans.
To take into the next round.
Thank
really
you.
Get that back into Jemkin's hand. Monyet can have the overdrive too. And you got two weapons.
Language
still.
call
Can call a bit more of a faster play if you want to for RRQ come that next round, right? Something that comes out into my mind. The B side of the map plays. You get your Paranoia out or your Fade Util out. Jemkin.
ठीक है करें ठीक है WW.
Speed over in B main. Look for those duels and get out. There's a lot of options that RRQ could still do on this defensive side with this double duelist deployment, which hasn't had its greatest successes, as we mentioned a little bit earlier on.
मेरे को Fnatic का देखने का है
For the first time in forever, we do
Fnatic
get a
थोड़ा
secondary round in a row.
स्ट्रैट्स बनाने वाली टीम है मेरे को उसका करोड़ देखने का
Seemingly to
और apparently वो लोग ने अभी तक पूरे इसमें करोड़ खेला नहीं है.
Next round comes up and you still have to hop back in.
If this was that B setup that I was
No
just talking
bye
about on the defensive side, I mean, the
कैसे
bodies were here for
पता नहीं भाई
DRX.
पता नहीं भाई.
Could you imagine? More spread around the map though as RRQ.
अमन से पूछा how to go without wizard box. Excuse my
Are
language.
you pushing Jemkin off the line? Are you steel gardening to get in?
Okay, Jemkin managing to refract away.
And now that you're in, you can use
Retake तो हो नहीं रहा है.
Flashback.
और
Good go
बाप रे
of it
दो
against
मार
Crazy
दिए.
Guy and Bushy.
Quickly back into sight. RRQ, they've got some possible angles. Monyet just slides in. Steel Guard and Rip though. And he quickly spots out to the next target, but swaps over their shorty. A double kill found, and it's the Viper's pick quickly ripped.
Monyet zap around.
Goes in for the overdrive just to try to trace out his opponents. So he's kind of spotting them. Xfero in for a couple of more sprays as well. Fire support, and he knows where Freeing is. Swaps back. And in a round, Freeing comes over.
बाप रे.
Into the spike though, and Xfero gets up at the right time.
I thought the laser beams were going to be able to polish him off there, but just runs out at the nick of time. Trying to get back in towards the pit and spotted, but at the end of the day, the 1 versus 1. You don't know if Xfero is sticking that. There's a poison cloud that's thrown out as well to obfuscate your vision.
कैसे हारा ये राउंड DRX 3v5
3 versus 5 deficit scenario for RRQ, and they still managed to get in despite the Viper pit, despite the steel garden.
तू स्ट्रीम स्नैप मत कर यार कास्टर यार.
But just a more coordinated retake against the forces of DRX, very well positioned.
रीटेक NH के कौन
Back to the
बोला?
drawing board too now. Outside B main for DRX. Prowler to lead the way. Ambition from RRQ in mid too, but they need a little bit of help over at this B site right now. Xfero feeling the pressure, getting out of dodge.
Will hold the corner though.
God.
Oh, and that's a perfect kill.
The
Snake
blue
right in.
spit.
Just to decay Mako.
Yeah, the decay
The
really
blue
a problem.
spit.
Mega convergent path from the back as well, and the rest of the team will
Baap
arrive.
re.
The cavalry
Baap
is
re,
here.
baap re.
Mysteria can do nothing but
Baap
just sit
re,
down.
baap
Jemkin,
re.
the up shot to end it all.
And the conversion
Baap
path
re.
thrown in there as well. It cordons off so much
Easy
of the
retake
site,
कर रहे हैं
just
ना?
catches you in, you're hindered. And as soon as he just gets in with the light speed, spotting out the positions, the team will just follow him in. Pack mentality for RRQ, tying the game.
ना ट्राई करेंगे फ्रैंकफर्ट से पेरिस होने का. ठीक है नवप्रीत भाई, डन सीन. ग्रुप में बता दूंगा अपना व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में.
They've got something to go invest in the next round, of course. But I kind of wonder, do they opt for a bit of a timeout now, seeing 2 rounds in a row, losing a 3 versus 5, and then a flawless RRQ. I mean, that's problematic scene for DRX here.
PRX stats बनाती है, follow नहीं करती है. Stats बनाते हो लोग, follow नहीं करते.
Journey towards champions here, an organization that does not miss champs. A map down, an RRQ.
कितना सोया 4 घंटा.
Corrode might not be as easy as DRX might have thought.
RRQ Paris.
No, sir. It's hanging in the balance. That potential to go over to champs. Coach Termy definitely not happy the past 2 rounds.
Blue Gaming only, huh?
If you take a look at the game state as well, RRQ are building up towards some strong, retakeable ultimates.
मतलब आप फेरिस जापान, एक्सक्यूज मी, व्लॉग्स आएंगे चैट, व्लॉग्स आएंगे, कंटेंट होएगा, बहुत कुछ देखने मिलेगा तुम लोग को.
Literally, they've got them online, right? Talk about the money state for DRX too. It's something that I said, you know, it's on the edge. They can't go for a full buy, but they're going to give it a good old go with the Stingers and a Sheriff a flashback. I think the 5th one probably elevates your percentages like 20% or something like that with the 5 Stingers, but anywho. See what they're going to be able to manage here. Bit of a mid-exploration early on. Bit more of a default across the board from RRQ. Controllers, Initiator, and Duelists from left to right.
Oi.
It's going to be the controller leading the charge, though, but quickly nullified by
Oi.
He's getting tossed in, but Hyunmin just goes off the rip.
Upgraded gun. But what do you
Mid किसने लिया है? Mid किसने लिया है?
For Jemkin in towards A main.
Mid किसने लिया है?
Go looking if he wants to, but with an operator, it may very well be ill-advised.
Easy.
These are where you need some good macro decisions.
Easy for DRX.
And tendencies
Hey,
to
kiddo!
go through. DRX, what do you look to position? Back through mid. Again, it's expected from RRQ. Do you change your approach? Do you go top mid or not? You've lost freeing.
What a check by Crazy Guy.
Kiddo!
Still in towards mid. You're into the site now as DRX. You've got to look to get this plant down.
Very necessary.
तूने क्यों दिया करके मैं गाली खाता
हूँ. Guy right around the corner. You toss in that seize.
He can fall back as well with this paranoia available, and there's a nightfall, remember, from Cushy, so the team can actually have pretty good items to go into this retake with.
Question is
precisely that. The only way out of this is if they win the close quarter battle.
2, 3, got all of them.
Every single player hit by all the utility. Now the snake bite coming in as well, but the flash though not quite supporting, and just Jemkin and Xpero to dump in onto DRX. No chance for survival with Hyunmin.
Premier का best 145.
Operator, salvage, not even really needed in the round on the retake. I saw a saturate be thrown on by, but the team of RRQ just coordinated in the retake. I think that was an expected scenario going into that as well, with the paranoia that I'm highlighting and the nightfall that goes on in, collecting on all 3. Makes it a little bit of a problematic spot when you're in towards the site. You've got some Stingers and some lesser buyers. You kind of need to stay there. Yes, Hyunmin got the Phantom, but he's only really good for 2 in the end. Just too many numbers to contend with. Actually, I got lost in the source. Jemkin did get involved. Disregard what I said. Collective effort, getting the job done. Getting through the timeout that comes away from DRX, but you would assume it's going to be for this round here. The Rifles back in possession for DRX. A much-needed round. You've lost again first. The
proactive mid plays getting caught out now by RRQ. It's Cushy again. He's going to continue tossing out utility just to check. Spots out Hyunmin.
Call आ गया.
What do you look to do here as DRX? You still just have flashback over at the B site. He's never really had a contest. Now it changes in this dark cover. Can he find both? He needs them, Quack.
Goes over to the corner, waits for the smoke to possibly dissipate. Crazy Guy takes the first fall.
Almost.
And now they ramp up in towards this B site as well. You don't have any access to like a pit, for example. But an overdrive you do.
Now take away Xfero's pit. Still though, quick retakes online for RRQ. They're trying to go across. Green shuts that down. Monyet not allowing to come online as well. Jemkin is the only one left, and he goes in for the wide swing. Freeing
क्या
shuts
round
it
निकाला
down. They're
भाई?
tied up once again.
Oh, we are back to
क्या round
equilibrium.
निकाला?
A well fought for round for DRX. Honestly, losing Marco first and foremost, you think it's just going to be another round in which may even translate into a retake to come through from RRQ. But you're getting a little bit active. The double up in towards main. Yes, Xfero gets the trade, but then it's another double up. It's a triple up from DRX, holding numbers, holding favor.
ठीक हो गया मैं.
Mon off guard too.
मेरे गाल.
To get a little bit of these
इतने
things
अच्छे दिन
working.
में, इतने अच्छे दिन
Need to
में,
keep that
मुझे मार रही है मेरे को.
For DRX. 5 rounds on the attacking side of this map. Not too shabby, I will admit. But it feels like you need the lead here. Momentum-wise, confidence-wise. Make that defensive side a little bit better.
Zero actually feel like this is a little bit uncertain.
हमको अपन मोनिया रिवक भाई को मिल सकते हैं.
Spots up Jemkin. He tosses in to saturate though at perfect time. There goes the flash. Refresh back into safety, and the whole team is here to just spam through this one choke. DRX though still right around the back.
मैंने बैठ के ramen खाया
Crazy guy fires through.
They've got a small couple of moments
तीन
in the
किससे
side
गिर गए
itself
बे
as
एक
well to
सेकंड
get
में?
situated, get that plant
क्या?
down.
के ramen
You got a dark cover available from Marco, a molly from Freeing.
मोने के साथ रामन का है.
The Omen,
कैसे?
हम
Viper
सब
v
एक ही टेबल
Viper.
पे बैठे थे
But 2
मैं
versus
किधर
2.
था तभी?
स्ट्रीम कर रहा
Locked
था
in at the elbow.
मेरे को क्यूटी गाली सिखा रही थी शायद.
That's gonna be the pivotal point.
किधर की बात?
Sparrow.
नहीं,
Ooh, quick on the sidestep.
अरे वो लोग
Now it's just crazy
जब
guy
मैं बाहर
left,
गई
and
थी
he's
ना
already
मैं
tossed the
फातिमा
smoke in.
तभी
Goes for the tap to try to flush them out. But with the
मैंने
into
उसको
the
तभी
smoke
बोला
right
था तभी वो
around
पेपर एक्स में था
elbow,
ना
it's tough
तो
to go back in for the challenge. They will double peek
Oh,
into it.
right.
Nope, not quite. Mako, he's onto the classic and he's looking for the taps. He finds it.
हाँ.
Count to 3, swing out before that, go for the battle and get the duel or get them off it just before the half. Marco has the numbers there, very patient.
मने भी
Battle's
बहुत
going
क्यूट है.
backwards and forwards in this round, in this first half, yet again. 2 from RRQ and an immediate
कैसे
retaliation
बे
there
स्टार्टिंग
from
का फाइट इतना
DRX.
सेक्सी करने के बाद कैसे आ रहे भाई?
Necessary one from Freeing as well, I might add.
कैसे
Really
कैसे
in the
कैसे
clutch,
बे?
it's Marco. Something we've been missing from him.
जो आ रहा होगा जो आ रहा
Clutch is
होगा.
always paramount, you assume, with
हैप्पी
DRX.
जन्माष्टमी
Gone by the wayside. Last round of the half, hit invested immediately at B. A little bit more priority on the middle of the map for
Huh?
RRQ with a Guardian in play from Monyet and Odin from Crazy Guy. Surprised that we're only getting our first one in the last round of this half.
True that.
Oh, you would assume you're dead here as Cushy.
Surely they expect it. There they will go. Crazy guy trying to spam across, but
One
Mako
for
quickly
one.
trades. Now Jemkin pushing out as well, though.
अरे यार दो मार दिए मोने ने. मैं किसके तरफ?
Flashback's got to come away with this round, Quack. He's got a steel guard, and if he can get himself in a plant, he's kind of locked in, though.
सिर्फ प्लांट होने के लिए रुकना है बस.
Sparrow may have his number.
Pinging his position,
There you
spot
go.
them out.
Got him. Confirms. 50 seconds, though.
W
You
spade.
wanna not give him a 1 versus 1.
Trying to keep him sandwiched so that Jemkin can come up from behind. Jemkin's taking his time, though. Xfero just crouches down.
Slow
displaces
करके एक
the
knife
crosshair
करता ना. I
placement.
mean
Now
मारता
you
ना
tie
मजा
things
आता
up at
था.
the end of the first half.
Yeah, I wonder really who does this kind of favor on the exchange, though.
बॉस भाई
right?
कल डॉलर
We're
चैलेंज
talking
का
about
क्या
the
हुआ
double
शेर
duels,
वाला?
double
200
duels,
डॉलर
RRQ still despite
बोलते.
coming away with some victories and such. And they go onto the attacking side, which is kind of how they close things against Gen G, right? So we'll see if that is going to be the play. 6
हेल्प का शॉपिंग भी किया है उससे.
And on the flip side, against Team Secret, for example, when this map came out last from DRX, it was 10-2 on their defensive side, so they've got some defensive strength. They played that first, they played that half first, though, so they didn't actually need too much on the attack. And stylistically now as well, right? Different agents and such for both of these teams. I'm looking to flashback on this Vice to see what he can do with the shear that should be over towards A site.
Especially with those thorns behind it, too.
ये क्या
Which
था?
play do you prefer, though? Reliable, ever-dependent Marco, or what was that one? Hyunmin?
Hyunmin, cool and refreshing.
Probably Hyunmin with the way that things have been going. Marco's been a little bit
That's
here.
Yeah, that's...
Look,
Emotional moment. DRX winning kickoff, RRQ winning stage 1. So probably for the fans in the
सब germs अंदर
arena of
जाता है.
DRX, but for
We
like,
are made from germs.
all of SEA,
चुप रह.
RRQ.
Just the fact that RQ hadn't made it to playoff before that,
Yeah.
that's where I rate them. But that said, as we go into the second half,
Super.
you were talking about the defensive setups that DRX has. Does RRQ figure this out?
Well, they need to, that's for sure. If
First
you allow
time I'm
DRX
supporting
to
DRX,
start to
so
find their
Gen G
footing
can
on
have a
this
chance
map
for
and on this defensive
champions.
Side, well, we may very well go to the third. That yes, this series
हाँ
deserves.
But RRQ is
Who do you really favor if that one
also
does
deserving,
come
yeah.
into fruition then?
RRQ भी है यार, ऐसा ना करो
ये
यार।
Gen G
Pistol
को
round for
fair share of
RRQ.
wins और वो सब
On this
मिला RRQ
attacking
को इतना
side.
नहीं मिला.
Quick
इधर
mid.
मॉर्निंग जैनकिन तो cuties है।
It's also getting quickly peppered across. Fire support from the back lines, and this Kushi taking down Hyunmin. Jemkin on this classic takes down Mako.
भाई कुछ तो जेनकिन और क्लासिक का कुछ तो एक लव स्टोरी हो बे.
It's fair play.
Oh, just hopping across, no chance, no shot for flashback. Freeing somewhat from the back, but his barrel has been spotted by Crazy Guy. More classic shots into the
भाई
round.
क्या
Just a straight up
क्लीन खेल रहे बे.
It's a 1v4. Let's play around elbow as well, and not fully aware just yet.
भाई क्या क्लीन खेला बे.
He would triple his kills if he's able to find
RRQ
this pistol
जीता
round
Gen G
here.
बार
He is
Gen G
gonna
बार
be
DRX भी
strengthened
बार.
numbers as RRQ. Don't drop
एक
this.
तीर पे दो बार.
Probably not. Smokes down, hot back in. You know he's still around that corner. I don't think he's going to be tripling his kill count anytime soon. He does make a go for it.
Shot.
Steps in.
एक और मारेगा तो
Tipped
होती.
off. RQ certainly peeks in together at the same time. Cushy
खुशी एक और
will
मारा ना.
deliver the bonus.
Well, it's another pistol round going to RRQ, 3 out of 4 in this series, and I mean the way that.
But
the first
RRQ
half time
international
was
इतना
fair,
अच्छा
pistol round to DRX, it flips over
नहीं
immediately.
है compared to
So call that
DRX
for
and
what it
Gen G.
is. A bit of a change up in the pistol
लक्ष्मण
play
भाई
to go
यही
in
चीज
for
जो
RRQ.
compared to है ना.
You know, on this change up
यही
of
चीज
agents
गलत
is
है.
theirs in this map
जो
as well.
अभी के
Just
टाइम पे
leaving the
अच्छा
Viper
कर रहा है,
outside of A main
deserving
instead
है
of
वो
the Viper
जाएगी
and
भाई.
the Omen that we've seen from them before. For the eventual mid
Gen
split
G
for the
अपना
other
भी
three,
फेवरेट है
back up
लेकिन
with
इस
four,
बार
a
अच्छा
little
नहीं
pacier
खेला
with the double
करके नहीं
duelists.
जा रही है. Simple.
They get that pistol round though, and they should be
Esports
able
है,
to find the
Esports.
second one here too to make it 8. Before we see what DRX's defenses look like today on this map. And what very well could
ऐसे
be
तो
the
RRQ
last
खेली
half
क्यों रही है?
if they drop it of 2025 for
Audience
them.
बोलेगी Gen G better है international बोलेगी.
Maybe.
समझ रहे हो?
That's a big maybe. We have to keep track of that. But that also hinges on how clean RQ can make this.
W.
They just group up together and play it as a pack. They should be all right now.
Language chat,
Guns that have fallen on the
language.
floor, the gun that has fallen on the floor. Be all good to get. But I do like, at least for DRX, that they are, you know, pushing the extremities of the map on the pistol round.
सोचा था टेक्सचर के साथ इसका फोटो लूंगी।
Unfortunately for them, RRQ are just flipping the table into 8.
मोने है ना अभी.
This is where Manyet is most comfortable as
Jemkin
well,
के साथ।
attacking Neon.
Spike planted.
Done.
So quickly controlling things. No weapons
ऐसा करके photo
retrievable
चाहिए
for
तेरे को.
DRX.
हाँ
And if
वीजा
you're
है
RRQ,
करे.
just stay in the site altogether. You've got Relay Bolt, you've got
Visa वाले को
Saturate,
बोलना,
you've got
भैया.
Paranoia. These are very off-putting
Please.
utilities. Stun and slows can be so annoying. And when you consider Pacific as well, and you consider Jemkin and Monyet piloting them, I mean,
Oh,
8-6.
that's why Manyet is
अच्छे
announcing his
side of the
presence
map
up
पे
around
भी
elbow
है.
as well. He wants them to maybe
ये
try
उसको
to go
पूछना
for
कॉल
it.
आया था क्या?
हाँ?
it's just going to be no ulti orbs
अंकित
gathered
ने
here
बोला
from
नहीं
RRQ
आएगा
as they
क्या?
take a little bit more of the
नहीं,
control,
जिसको
exit
मिला है
strategy through the
उसको।
crane.
तो अंकी को पूछना अंकी का
Not in the
main
bird's
है
eye view right now,
Huh?
but they've won the round, surviving with the 4 weapons into the bonus 2. DRX will go
कॉल आया था।
up with the explosion,
Idiot.
and we'll transition into the first round for DRX on this
करना है कि
defensive
नहीं वहाँ
side.
पे शॉपिंग? हाँ? ऑन
Already
स्ट्रीम थोड़ा
seeing
मेरा ऑरा
Quick and
ज़्यादा है,
aggressive,
ठीक है?
this pack mentality that RQ has
Ah.
can be.
क्या हो गया?
DRX certainly needs to
कौन है?
adjust quite a bit.
वापिस भागा उसको, रिटर्न.
Take a breath here.
DRX
Can
can
I
win
go,
easy
huh?
this map.
In my-
It is very defense-sided map. यही
Exclaim
मैं
with
बोल
my
रहा हूँ ना, ऐसा
breath
तेरे
because
को
there's
लगता है.
Odin on Australia
मेरे को लगता है it's
in the
attack-sided map.
bonus round. It will shred RRQ though if they do walk into these walls.
Oh my god. Oh,
He's
no.
not even allowed to take a single shot, mate. That's cursed.
हाँ
It's just not
हाँ
meant to be. Now his teammates are going to have to guard his body as well, and that's when RQ goes through a main flashback.
फ्लैशबैक
You gotta
को
remember that with
एक
this
मारना
face,
दो
the
मार
sheer,
सकता
the
है.
deeper placement. Monyet is just hitting the headshot. Marco, he needs to dig deep. He needs to find more than just those
Oh!
two. It's a bonus round.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Should be night and
whoa!
day in this round, you would assume, but there's
My
a heavy investment
God,
from
Mara
RRQ with all the
Mako!
rifles. They've got the plant down now for a 3-3 post plant.
Not too bad. Look at what Jemkin's got.
Saturate, Snake Bite, fast lane.
An RQ push up to try to control around Crane. Hyunmin. Oh, what? How did he get the transfer? Despite getting stalled and freeing gets the last one as well. You gotta look at that replay again.
Sit back in my chair, put my hands on my head. and just say,
Hello!
what
Are you bacha
How have you
karing?
done that? When you think the DRX are gonna not have a way in
Are
this
you
round,
bacha karing, bro?
when the Odin of Australia just gets removed immediately, and then you lose another member too. Over to the
Yeah!
other side of things, flashback. 5 versus 3 that they're managing to come back in towards that Marco with the 2 shots. I need to see within the saturate just that flick too. I mean, we saw throughout this week when Achilles was here a monstrous flick earlier on. That one there, slow it on down, single bullet to Jemkin. You saw that's where the saturate came. Yeah, but it's like a needle in a haystack affair that may happen. Well done, DRX. Get the bonus round, retain the Odin.
But
And the economy of RRQ not
The
down for the
need
count
नहीं है
just yet
नसीब में.
either. An outlaw for Xfero in a pivot to B, just freeing in the back lanes and in the open. That one's a doozy.
Oh, Australia's right around the corner with the Odin, but he's been stunned and concussed up. Has to back
जिस
off
दिन
Hyunmin.
neon
It's like a
nerf
poison
हुआ ना,
chalice
मैं
at the moment.
सबसे
You cannot
ज़्यादा
hold an Odin on this
शॉट
map.
चलाऊंगा।
oh, anti
Can't hold the Outlaw either, Mako. Not too bad.
But he does get tagged to 10 HP, Quack. The outlaw got a chunk. And you just
भाई
have to
advantage
call it
तो ये लोग को
here as
बहुत
DRX.
early
You
मिल रहा है
can't
यार
contend with
RRQ
the
को.
retake when they're already into the site.
हाँ?
That's the Odin that you've lost apart from the round.
Save कर रहे bro. 9-7 by advantage heavy मिल रहा है
Quick
भाई.
executes for RRQ working out a treat, and DRX have not yet found a solution. They tried to hold down mid, but
That's not fair
RRQ
for
just find
Genji.
different ways.
You don't hear the marching bells just yet, though. RRQ, it's only 9. Job's not done. DRX got a wreck.
ये देखो. ये देखो.
क्यूट
हाँ 5
ये मारू
10 15 मुंह पे स्टिकर डाला है एलियन का पुकी वाला बनने के लिए बाथरूम में सेल्फी लेके बाल खुजा रहा है और बोल रहा है नॉट फेयर फॉर जेंजी.
हागी मारू ऑल ओके
हागी मारू भाई.
फ्लिप ऑल कर रहा है ऊपर से
हागी मारू भाई. हेलो आई बाहर निकलो फ्लिप ऑल से. दैट्स नॉट फेयर फॉर जेंजी.
Piece in a map. Not really even up there, but F by
ये अच्छा है
25.
इधर ही दिखता है अभी.
Hard pill to swallow.
Fashion yourself a buy for DRX here. It's not the
ये
worst
क्या
thing,
username
with the
है?
Bulldog being the worst weapon for freeing.
Xfer still looking for targets.
You've already got so much space control over at B2 with a quick little take of main that the orb can be gathered on.
Fully
over
fair
there.
भाई.
And
Love
yet one way to the
you.
overdrive. Nightfall.
जज्बात
pushing
पलट दिए हालात
Pick
पलट
up the
दिए.
overdrive on that.
हाँ
Now you look to reposition.
बंदा
You've been-
डायरेक्ट
You've
पॉजिटिव
been
बे.
blocked at mid time and time again. Definitely want to see an angle for Xferro here with that outlaw, but you can't also got to imagine
सीधा
that
fully fair
was
बोल
used
दिया.
previously. You'd expect it to still maybe even be in play when you think that there might be a couple of light shields going into this round with the save call from DRX last round.
मेरा भी इंटरव्यू करा नहीं. रैंडम
They
होता
do
है
get seen
रैंडम.
by the Prowler, but you don't hear too many shots.
Prowler for Paranoia. Crazy guy beginning to swing wildly. He will crouch
भाई
down for the kill.
इतना कैसा लड़ रहा है
Cannot
वो.
find any bullets there.
That will be the quick entry from RQ into the B site as
इतना
well.
कैसे लड़ रहा है
Jemkin
वो.
already marking the off angle.
Oh,
Oh,
Flashback
slow
off,
कैसे
but
नहीं
not
हुआ?
right. It's not-
Okay.
It wasn't deep enough. 2 kills now found, and Maniac goes overdrive.
Marco will have some more smokes later on and a Paranoia available. You set up the plant. Currently, Crazy Guy's low. Get some good crossfires.
Excellent.
As
3v3,
Crazy Guy does re-clear mid.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's going to be ambitious if he wants to go all the way around spawn.
Sets the smoke up for his team to play underneath Heaven as
ओ
well.
भाई
Maniac.
मोने बोलते
Getting
चैटी
good
कॉल
cross.
थे.
Hyunmin, the only one left.
He's bought enough time. Crazy Guy eventually for the flank.
Hyunmin expects it though.
Yeah.
क्या read था ये?
Now Monyet repositioned.
Oh, spotted. 7 rounds in the mag, and he unfortunately will not be able to connect the shot. Hyunmin has a chance now. Crazy
Okay,
guy
bye, Jinx.
making a quick sprint across. Hyunmin gets off at the half, beginning to wallbang
Oh,
across,
shit.
and he will.
Time है क्या किया
3K for Hyunmin, and
Jinx.
DRX
Oh
managed
my
to
god
scratch
क्या
up around
किया
again.
crazy
I'm
guy
actually wondering, did Crazy Guy make some noise and reveal his actual
Yeah,
position? Because he went for a really long wraparound.
सिर्फ
You know, in those
चुपके
sort of
बैठना
situations,
था
sometimes
रे
you think that the Omen is going to shroud
बाबा
and step up towards the tower to get a new angle of reposition when you've opened up the whole site. But Flashback, he was always kind of in the halls, right? He wasn't polished off. He gets the kills. He gets the double. So I'm wondering, did Crazy Guy actually make some noise for Hyunmin to know where he was coming from? He surely must have. I don't think he used a paranoia or anything like that to reveal his position. Anyways, that was a much-needed round from DRX to keep things interesting in this map. 8 to 9, they still trail by one. Another buy, a couple of Bulldogs still in the play, but it's a reset situation for kind of both parties here.
Reset that RQ's not too happy with now. Very decisively taking space down middle.
Oh,
भाई
and
A पे
look who's
3
around the
बंदे
corner. Hyunmin.
A पे 3 बंदे हैं chat
Spotted out by the Prowler, but still has to relay. Oh, and it's all the utility that's traded across. They just go in for the spam around the edges of the progression.
भाई नियॉन
Smoke.
को slow करके
Straight up
मारना
trying to
is
stall as
against
best as
the
possible, but Jemkin just bypasses some of it with the rest of the team relaying forward.
Kudo,
Amako
kudo.
doesn't survive.
भाई
It's so
कैसा
abusive. It is
balance
so
day भाई
absolutely
बंदे
abusive
के
there.
मुंह
They've
पे
got the one-way smoke over towards the
दो
elbow.
बंदे
They've
उछल
got the
रहे, दो
paranoia that
बंदे।
comes through. They've got the
Nick,
second
दो
layer
तो
of the
बुंड।
hinder. You're
दो बुंड
essentially
उसके
isolating
मुंह पे
any
उछल
trades
रहा है
there.
एक बुंड
towards
पीछे आ रहा है
Hyunmin.
एक बंदा
So
स्लाइड
he
मार
can't get
रहा
traded
है
by his team. He can't shoot. He can't
क्या
see.
ये
It
भाई
is just such a gorgeous set of
फास्टेस्ट एजेंट
utility
को
that
स्लो
comes through
करके
from
बुंड मार
RRQ
रहे हैं
on this
क्या ये
Asian set that they want to run here, that they want to make their own. And they're going to survive with 5 alive here as well. Quack, that's going to
जिस
back up
दिन
their
नियॉन
money.
नर्फ होगा
It's
ना
going to
मैं
give
प्रसाद
some
चढ़ाऊंगी
padding. And for DRX, they just have to scurry away as soon as all of that eventuates, freeing them Flashback. Going to give an
Very
F to the
balanced.
teammates on the grade there.
मार ही नहीं
Could not
सकते
hold down the
बे
A side, unfortunately. What can the weapons do for them in the next round? Timeout. You got to see a timeout from DRX here. It is D-Day. Getting into round 11, getting into round 12 for RRQ.
Gun's not there, man. Hey, just look at how Jemkin pilots his waylay as
भाई
well.
ये देख बे बेचारा
Quite impressive valiance so far. The
ये देख
whole
ये
team
बंदा सिर्फ
working
नाच रहा है
alongside him.
बे ये
Just
क्यूटी को
unfazed.
देख बे
You know that there's a vision
ये
for
क्यूटी
RRQ right
सिर्फ
now.
नाच रहा है भाई राउंड में और लोग जीत रहे
Nightfall to throw into the mix, and just those 2 weapons that are going to be saved from the previous round for DRX.
नियॉन वाला मोबाइल पे बफ हुआ तो
मेरे चैनल पे लिंक
तुम लोग का पीसी गायरो ऑन होके बाहर जाएगा खिड़की का
You look to do what you can with these
लो स्लाइड
pistols. Not even all of them are
उसको
graded.
मारते मारते
थोड़ा
that
चेयर बड़ा है
orders,
कवर
Jemkin.
फुल नहीं होता
Get close
मेरे
up.
चेयर में फुल हो जाता
To the
Huh?
Convergent Pass, or maybe X-Pharaoh on the pit. He's just watching mid.
देखा
Like a
इसलिए सोने
utility,
देता ज्यादा
draw out some of the
वरना स्माइल
bits
नहीं
from
देता मैं
DRX.
वरना तेरा स्माइल ऐसा रहता है
Gotta
अभी ये
try and figure out right now, what does the investments look like for DRX?
Uh-oh.
Nightfall.
ये लो भैरे सब
There it goes. Complete nightmare for DRX as they get trailed across. Monyet
मैं पीछे
pushing
है
on
तू
the
अंदर
right
गया
flank. Just Hyunmin, who has
Yeah,
to
let's
back
low.
off with his one hero weapon.
Yeah, he was Nightfall actually, so those traces still a little bit trackable. 5 versus 3. Do you even use the overdrive to get in? I mean,
You gotta be set up for it, but right now he's not really fighting too much. Just plays around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Rushes in for a 2K.
Oh.
and then
1v1.
flashback up to the other side.
Crazy guy.
1v1.
क्रेजी गाय क्रेजी गाय
No real smoke
Crazy
available
guy.
yet. Hyunmin still has
क्रेजी
movement.
गाय
Still though, health
क्रेजी गाय
very similar. You gotta slice the pie around the corners. Crazy guy gets the flick onto Hyunmin.
मेरे को लगा वापस जिंक्स
Another
होगा।
clutch from Crazy Guy. Yesterday, he was so good at finding some crucial bits
क्लूसल
outside of the
क्लच
calling.
क्लूसल मैं
I
बोलूँ मैं
mean,
लेकिन
we kind of gave him the
दो
MVP
बादाम,
for a
चार
reason,
पाँच
right?
बहुत
He
crazy
had
मारा।
a monstrous
हाँ?
effort in that series.
दो बादाम,
Yes, he
चार।
doesn't get as many kills overall as Jemkin or Monyet, but it's a masterclass in calling yesterday. Get him on the analyst desk as well, having a chat with him. This guy has just elevated so much throughout this stage
Elevated
with
by
this
shout out
roster.
to-
It's the 11th round now found for RRQ, and DRX will call their last timeout.
ला ला
unless
ला 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 ला
RRQ give them one
ला
to
ला
have another chat. They need overtime for the chat with
ईशान भाई
Turby.
कितना भी ट्राई करो ऐसा रिव्यू
Code
नहीं
come
करता
back
मैं.
in. I mean, this
ये
is
गया.
a heart puncher to DRX right now.
Yeah, I can see it written all across your face, Komodo.
Oh yeah.
Literally.
Binks
call
bye,
timeout
big fan.
for
Thank
RRQ
you.
11th hour. RRQ
Korea special.
are just thirsting, salivating,
Mate,
looking for the last 2 wins.
they're drooling right now. They want this. They are earning this themselves.
Almost 40 years you are.
And that's what they've got to do. The 5 in the server. 4 ults for DRX. A couple of Bulldogs again, never having comfortable buys with the full set of rifles. Convergent pass available for Jemkin. You can use it. Same similarity as a Nightfall in towards this B
double
site.
होंगे ना अपन full Gen Z
They
बात
start to creep
करेंगे.
on up towards the site, made out any forward utility. See,
Hey,
yo,
is
Slay
there, is
goal,
not
yo!
over to the A site yet again.
Huh?
We've got a mid
70
deep push for
साल में.
DRX.
Hey man,
Xfero to just hang out.
Slay, do you want to have some
Chill
Slay
outside
breakfast?
A,
Yo, yo, yo.
ले बोलते भी नहीं है वो लोग अभी.
क्या
ए
बोलते?
हमको सिखाओ ना थोड़ा Gen Z terms सिखाओ chat.
Well, smoke
Gen
top
Z
mid,
वालों?
send your prowler in, check the corners, expect a crossfire in this sort of location. Marco to pull attention away
पीछे जाने का
from
आवाज तो
Hyunmin.
दिया है.
So diligent from RRQ.
Gotta clear that corner, gotta recognize it.
Shot the first, they
Pippity
didn't
toilet.
consider the second corner. Jemkin actually
Look at-
checks it. Mako though,
Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
Some good options now for DRX to try and close out the rest of this round. The Shia kind of gives up the information. You didn't able to light speed over it, but the shots, it doesn't matter. Xfero finds Marco, you get out of dodge, you dodge the Steel Garden, 30 seconds to go. Your Omen and Crazy Guy's dead, so you can't quick repause in towards the B site. You are locked in towards A. You dodge the Nightfall, but 20 seconds.
and they just go in together as a pack.
Oh
Convergent
my.
paths into sight now, and if Xfero gets himself into sight, there will be a Viper's Pit. Estrella trying to hold the angle to the best of his ability, goes in,
Oh
dinks it
my
onto a
God.
second, but it wasn't enough.
Time
Only
नहीं
one
है.
Frings here. Pit is done. He can beat the timing. He can deny the defuse.
Oh,
He's got it.
Oh!
Series points.
Now this is the moment.
DRX भी बाहर, Gen Z भी बाहर, DRX number 1 पे था. Alpha में number 1.
For their first ever.
भाई RRQ क्या खेल रहे हैं भाई?
Toronto, be damned. A stepping stone. We'll see. Performance, but they have extremely turned some heads throughout this stage. Yesterday's game.
Nice, guys.
I mean, so many words to describe it. I can't even think of one right now.
There is बाहर नहीं है यार, अभी playoff से बाहर है ना बदीर, अभी बाहर है.
It's quick from RQ. It's
Lower
Justin
bracket
onto
चल रहा है.
Marco.
Champs का अलग story है.
Players from the back as well, but DRX making a tough fight. Hyunmin goes overdrive, Manya does as well. Still though, freeing off towards the back, doesn't have the range. Pit deployed around B, but it's all gone, but not.
Freeing and flashback, sorry, again. Had to run away earlier to get a save, to have another chance at a round for DRX, and it didn't come into fruition. A judge
why not in
without a
showdown?
pit
हर
as
जगह
well
थोड़ी
now.
मेरे को डालते रहेंगे भाई. मेरा
Leads
फूफा का
into a
चाचा का
problematic
लड़का है क्या
spot. You
राइट?
gotta get close, you gotta get
एक तो कुछ
into the
अच्छा
door
चीज
on
हो
the
रहा है. ये क्यों नहीं?
Xfero
वो क्यों
now.
नहीं कर?
to the B side
इधर
together.
क्यों नहीं है
They've
तू?
got 2v1 advantage.
जो है वो
It is that
देखो
judge.
ना.
Remember, the dragon needs to roar here for freeing.
It's gonna have to be dirty. Makes it clean though, just holding the corner around elbow.
There is a bit of time with this plant going down as well. Xfero knows where one is, but where does he expect the second to come from?
देख गन लेने तो दिया नहीं है.
Just a stink bike to work around.
गन तो लेने दिया नहीं है चैट.
Place around the site. Maybe backs off into lane.
चलेगा.
He has the best
ODP आएगा तो
possible
कैसे
angles,
बताऊंगी मैं?
vision
मैं बताऊँ ना.
तू
to
सो
look
रहा
and
होगा तो?
strike against
नहीं सुने हो.
Korean counterparts. He plays into the corner. Flashback goes in to check for it. It's a pre-fired shot. DRX will
read.
secure one more round.
Quarter of the way there. DRX, 1 out of 4. To make this comeback, to push us into OT. What a battle in mid. Overdrives around.
भाई DRX
trades
चैम्प
around.
से बाहर नहीं है. चैम्प्स का बात नहीं कर रहा रे. अभी प्लेऑफ का.
Disgusting shots.
टोक्यो से बाहर है वो लोग.
As I said, that judge, though, had to securely find a kill, and it does on Namonyak. Not expecting that position.
Genji out of champ, हाँ RRQ जीता Genji out of
Very
champ.
patient retake to come through for DRX.
अभी DRX का ifs and buts होएगा.
3 more chances.
इसके बाद
RRQ have their investments here.
इसके बाद
This, take an eco,
वो है
go
Premier.
for the last round of
दो
regulation.
घंटे में. फिर Premier के बाद
play
NA.
aggressive up middle. The spam's going
यही
through,
है जिंदगी.
noting at least Astrea's position.
ना आना इस देश में
Took
लड़ो.
damage. Link control looking to be established. Force them back from mid. Take the space.
आराम से mid तो लिया है लोग ने.
Position to lean towards A. The sheer to not be contended with.
अब समझा ना mid क्यों इतना
Throw off
important है.
flashbacks line. Mako quickly setting up more smokes. Still though, Jemkin possibly going off the refract, but unfortunately pulls off.
From the shadows to just clear all of elbow. You get the information now that flashback is there.
Haunt and everything tossed in, but it's going to be Mako with the burst. Monyet
Goodness
trades it up.
Lord.
Hiding inside of the smoke is Astrea. Oh, he fires off a blind shot, reveals his position. Crazy guy chiming in. Flashback through the smoke.
Spam
The
wars
whole of DRX are
बोलते.
starting to circle around.
3v3, plant goes down, fast line out. Give you a little bit of an escape strategy.
Bye,
Free
Viper
late
का
to the
pose
party.
ही
Looked after
देखो.
by Sparrow.
More pressure. Oh, Xfero stands tall.
बस
though.
उसने
Picked
stun
up
दिया
right.
था
Yunmi
लेकिन.
getting the shot
1v1.
through, and it's a 1v1. Xfero position noted. Can't quite go, but he swings wide.
Oh.
What a shot! And that will be that. RRQ
भाई रो रहा है मोने.
13 to 9, and they lost.
हंस रहा है, रो रहा है मोने.
Champion Paris.
अरे ऐसा कौन रोता है मेरी जान. मेरी जान जुड़ रही इधर आ.
To stand as world champion contenders now.
इधर आ बे.
Master Corrode be damned.
Pinky
First
shot.
taste, a glimpse
चुम्मी
of
लेंदे.
learning experience. It's champs time now. It's
oh
time to
चलो
hunt
क्यूट
for the
है
king's crown. This means so much to these players.
पूरा
They have
team
made
हंस रहा है,
it to
वो रो रहा है.
champions. RRQ the victors today.
पूरा टीम हंस रहा है बे.
And DRX knocked out.
पूरा टीम हंस रहा है, बंदा रो रहा है.
Just yet a sliver of a chance for them to potentially still
कैसे रो सकता
get
है भाई
to
जब पूरी टीम हंस
champions,
रही है.
but out of their own hands now.
He's built
They will
different,
take
baby.
a
He's
bow,
built different.
a very heartfelt bow to the home crowd here in Korea, and they'll give fist bumps to everyone for RRQ. This team now propelling themselves
भाई,
to
RRQ
be the
का
Korean Slayers.
प्रोग्रेस
It's an
देखो
ambitious
भाई, क्या
call
बोलते हैं जो भी है.
from Crazy Guy, but his calling has been so instrumental to the success of this team. RRQ. Rex,
बाकी लोग का देखो कुछ नहीं है. बाकी पूरा लाइनअप का इमोशन देखो कुछ नहीं है.
Kings, it's a burst of
एकदम
emotion.
chill.
Can't wait to hear from them on the stage. What a series it has been. What a lower bracket
Oh,
run it has been. Just look to this team. Southeast Asian fans will definitely be
रोते
rejoicing
रोते स्माइल करना पड़ रहा है
as
यार.
we look to send them down with the winning
तेरा
interview.
फ्रेंड RRQ क्या वो भी क्या खुश हो रहा होगा
हाँ
तेरा फ्रेंड
हाँ सन ना.
हाँ
ये जीपाइडिंग गई बे, ये भी
And
गई.
it will be RRQ securing their slot in Champions Paris. Congratulations, Xfero. You didn't even need 60 kills to win.
you
Here
take the
go,
boy out of
Kashi,
G but
ready
you
for
cannot
an
take the G
interview?
out of boy
भाई ये भी बहुत
빠르게
क्रेजी
쿠시
बंदा है.
선수
खुशी.
만나보도록 하겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. 자, 이렇게 계속 뒤에서 지금 파리 간다고
भाई
문예
W में
선수가
लेकिन
너무 신나 있는데요. 파리행을
WRR के भाई क्या गलत लेवल का
RRQ는
गलत
두
लेवल का
번째
प्रोग्रेस
국제
ब्रो.
대회이기도 하고요. 이번 챔피언스 한 해
क्या ग्रो है भाई
가장
RRQ
큰
भाई. जब
대회인데
से मैं मिला हूँ
결국에
ना.
참가하게 됐거든요. 소감부터 들어보도록 하겠습니다. Congratulations, Kushi.
감사합니다. इंटरव्यू हम बाद में देखेंगे. अभी बहुत कुछ और स्ट्रीम्स करनी है. ठीक है अभी अपन चटक रहे हैं. ठीक है 감사합니다. जाओ चैट बहुत सारा प्यार दो. RRQ को फाइनली इतना सब अप्स एंड डाउन्स के बाद चैंपियंस के लिए क्वालिफाई हो गई है. थोड़ा बहुत सपोर्ट बनता है. ठीक है तो जाओ ट्वीट्स करो. ओपी करो RRQ का. और मिलते हैं अभी प्रीमियर में 745 ठीक है कमसामीदा 745 में प्रीमियर है ये www
I find you a star, and we could be in love, lighting up the dark. But there's nothing I can do. I can never get to you. So I'm looking for a miracle. How can somebody be so beautiful? Yeah, it's only a dream. It's how I feel. You deserve better than me. Nothing I can do. I can never get to you. So I'm looking for a miracle. How can somebody be so beautiful? Yeah, it's only a dream. It's how I feel. You deserve better.